thing, remember to add a secret word. Also, don't forget to post on Twitter.
What's up, everybody, and welcome in to another episode of full new player, full new guide walkthrough extravaganza. Welcome in, because today we're going to be doing some null-sec exploring. So this is a way to make a lot of iskies with minimal risk because we're going to be using cheap ships, and we're going to be doing exploration, so relic and data analyzing, hacking, things like that. So yeah, come on, join along with me on this fun little wild ride as we make a bunch of iskies together. So we got our Eve here, just logging in, getting our daily start and get a frigate skin. Wonder where that's gonna be. And let's log in. If you guys are joining us for the YouTube video, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying. Like, comment, subscribe, as always, down below. Really does help out. And yeah, let's see where we're at. Oh, I was going to do one little thing here. Do this. This. Alright, cool. Alright, so last we left off, we exploded. Twice. We were doing abyssals. We were doing the T0s totally fine. We moved up to the T1s. And the very first room in the very first T1 abyssal that we did was a enforcer or a marshal room. I didn't know these were in T1s. I was thoroughly obliterated. Even if I did know it was in a T1, I don't really know if I could have done anything in this situation against it. We just could not stand up to its missile pressure, and it was far away, and it was just all bad news. There was no hope of ever being able to clear that one. But that's fine. Ships are ammo. We just bought another ship. We went right back into the abyss. And then pretty much immediately, again in the first room, something weird happened with my OBS, I guess is the best situation that we can come up with. We were streaming, watched the previous video. You can see it all happen in real time. It seemed to be an OBS issue at the end of the day. Everything seems to be cleared up now. But basically, our game crashed. It wouldn't restart correctly. We were having a bunch of graphics issues. And we did actually make it to the third room, but we just didn't have enough time to clear it all. Like we could have cleared all the rooms totally fine if we didn't have graphical issues, but because we were like outside of the game for a number of minutes, it just didn't work out. And when we were inside the game, it was very slow and tedious and painful to try and go forward. But again, that's okay. This is Eve. Ships are ammo. You're gonna lose your ship if it's undocked, except that it is lost, right? No big deal. We have enough money to replace it. We have enough money to replace it again if we wanted to. If we replaced it a third time, we would have to like start to be a little bit more conservative. We'd probably do some like T0s to get a little bit of extra money back, just so that if we did lose it again immediately in another T1, we could just purchase it again. You never want to get in a situation where you can't pretty much immediately buy what you were already flying and have extra after that. What's up, Space Gator? 07, welcome in. Looks like we also got 2 Merlins. We'll keep those around just for now. I don't anticipate we'll use them, but they're so cheap that I also don't think it's really worth selling them. We can actually sell, though, our red loot. So when you do abyssals, you get red loot, which is this stuff. We talked about this earlier in the previous stream, but, you know, new stream, new day, new talking about the same thing. If you show market details on these, you need to sell these at specific stations where they have NPC buy orders. So here you can see all of these expires in like 364 days. Those are going to be the NPC buy orders. Magical Geek 07, what's up? Welcome in. Aren't you streaming? Or did you just finish streaming? You must have just finished. You didn't even raid me? But welcome in. So all of these expires in 364 days are NPC buy orders. You can see that the price is always going to be 100,000. If we did want to sell it here, we could lose about like 4,000 ISK per red loot. It's a trade-off. Is your time more valuable to do these jumps or not? And these are like 10 jumps away. That's consider like every jump is about a minute of your time, give or take. If we jumped there and jumped all the way back, that's 20 jumps. That's about 20 minutes. Is the amount of money that we're going to get worth that extra 20 minutes? No, not really. Because like in that 20 minutes, we could do, let's say, 1.5 T0 abyssals, and that would net us about like 3 extra million ISK, right? And we're only going to be selling these for 5.6 million, so it's better to just sell it at a slight decreased price. And but if there was a station closer than 10 jumps away, then we might be in business. What if I told you the regional market? Let's talk about the regional market. In this game, your regional market is in fact a regional market. This is not showing you everywhere that you could go to buy and sell these goods. It is only showing you stuff. So the solar system, the cluster, the new Eden, it's all split into solar system, which is Jita in this example. Or constellation is the next biggest, and this is the Kimotora constellation, and then a region, which is the Forge. So there are about 20, 30 regions in the game. All of these names are regions. If you go click into one, you can then see these are the constellations in this region. And if you click into this constellation, you can then see these are the systems in this constellation. So a regional market is only covering the Forge, right? But if you look here, where we are in Jita, it's actually very close to other regions. You can tell that it's very close to other regions because of this dotted line. When you see a dotted line in your system browser, it means that these are different regions. So we click here, and we look up at the top. It will tell us that the region we are now looking at when we're in Muvalin is the Citadel. Constellation is Otora, and the solar system is Muvalin. So if we were to make one jump away, we would see different results in our regional market. And we might be able to see a much closer NPC buy order than 10 jumps away. Now, the long and short of this is I'm going to tell you there is actually a place we want to go. And it is called Herdamon. I'm trying to find it here. Here it is. So, I know, because I'm a big brain gamer who knows too many things, that if we go to Herdamon, which is 2 jumps away, we'll be able to sell our red loot there. I'm pretty sure red loot. This is the part where I'm gonna like say something confidently and be totally wrong, but I'm pretty confident. What's up, Jita? Jita, can you confirm to me that Herdamon sells red loot? I know they do blue loot. Explain red loot, blue loot, yellow loot, black loot. I don't know what yellow and black loot is. Red loot is, so basically, if it's like a color loot or an overseer effect, these are items that you sell directly to NPCs, and you get them through various activities. Red loot you get in doing Triglavian stuff. It looks red. This is red loot. Blue loot you get from doing wormhole sleeper sites. It's blue. And yeah, I don't know about yellow or black loot, but I also wouldn't disbelieve it. Alright, so we are going to go over to Herdamon to sell this stuff. But we're going to first make our little null-sec exploration ship. So we're going to go with a heron because it is a wonderful little ship. Whatever race you are skilled into, you should probably just go with that exploration frigate, or alternatively, choose the exploration frigate that you think looks the coolest, which in my opinion is, in fact, the heron. Our ship tree is big and obtrusive right now. I don't really like big and obtrusive. Whenever something is like a full screen by default, you can go up here to the top, and instead of full screen, you can say floating, which is what I like. And then you can resize it much easier, and it's much more reasonable. So, again, each of the 4 major empires has an exploration frigate. It's going to be the Imicus for Galente, this guy. All right, cool, cool, cool. They all pretty much do the same thing. So again, just choose on whatever you're skilled into or whatever you think looks the coolest. It's really up to you. Here they have the probe, which is this guy. So if you're Mimitar, you want to choose the probe, or if you like it. Amar has the magnate. I think looks pretty cool, pretty cool. It's all golden, because Amar loves to be gold. And Kaldari, you of course have the heron. They all have slightly different slot layouts, slightly different stats, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I just think the heron looks the coolest. And I'm already skilled into Kaldari, because we started as Kaldari. How do you know what is an NPC buy order? We just talked about that, Jita. But to tell you again, whenever an order says expires in more than 90 days, that is a NPC buy order. Players can only make up to 90 days for their buy and sell orders. Transgenic Hybrid 07, welcome in. So also we already have a heron, so we're just gonna hop into this. And let's make a null-sec exploration alpha fit. First, let's check our skills. If we go to our skill catalog here, we can go to scanning. It's got its whole category. And as an alpha, you're already pretty much maxed out for what you can do. However, we can get 1 extra level in here, and it gives you a reduction in scan time per level, which honestly isn't that great, but we're going to go ahead and it's going to take 6 hours to train too. Yeah, we're gonna train it because it is like a good skill, especially if we're going to do this more in the future. So if you like scanning, go ahead and get it. Do point. Can this game be played casually? 100% yes. I mean, not more than 1 hour, 2 hours a day, and not playing every day. 100% yes. There are some activities that are going to be impossible by playing casually, but there are some activities that are 100% possible. You could log in, do, let's say, 5 abyssals a day. That's going to be about 15 to 20 minutes each abyssal. So that's going to be a little like between an hour 45. You can do that whenever you want. It's very easy, very like instant accessibility. You could do market trading for however long you want, for whenever you want. You could do some industry. You could do, I hate to say it, but planetary production. You could do some faction warfare, easy little content there. You could do a few missions if you want to do some PvE stuff. Like, there's a lot you could do. And you could just do it very casually as well. Yeah, Eve is slow, so only playing 1 hour might not get you a lot done. Yeah, but there is also a lot that you can do in an hour. What do you mean impossible? High-end PvP? Yes, high-end PvP. So one example is a thing called evictions. So wormhole evictions are operations that take groups like 4 to 5 days of playing. I mean, theoretically, all you need to do is play more than the other team, and you need to be more skilled than them. But like, those are like, if you do them well and correctly, that's like a full team of like, let's call it 20 players playing very actively for like 5 days. Um, so like that's not casual, right? um, there are if you live in a wormhole, that's not really a casual activity because if like things can just immediately get at risk and things can go wrong very quickly and require your immediate attention. Um, so maybe steer away from that. But like if you wanted to base out a Jita, you could do. We're gonna do an activity that you could do very casually. We're gonna do some null-sec exploration. We're probably gonna do it for about 3 to 4 hours today, but there's nothing to stop you from doing it just like 1 to 2. Um, that's a lot. Is there any reward for that? Must be crazy. There is huge rewards for it. Billions and billions and billions of ISK if you are effectively and efficiently evict someone. Used to gas huff while you're scaling for sites. Gas huffing is really also great. It might be a little hard to gas huff casually unless you are with a group that has like already scanned down some sites for you. But like if you log in to and you see in your Galaxy Finder, Pathfinder, whatever mapping software you guys use, and you're like, oh, there's some gas sites there. Yeah, you could just log in, huff some gas, make some easy money, chill out. You gotta find what you want to do. But there are plenty of opportunities to do whatever you want to do pretty casually, especially if you have group support helping you. Is this the same account that did the Epic Arc, or is it a new account? It is the same account. So we're doing a full like as a new player. This is the path that you should be going. These are some things you should be trying. We're getting into the more free form area of it, where you can mix and match what you want to do, what you don't want to do. Because we've covered what is, in my opinion, required for all new players, which is do the tutorial, do all of the career agent missions, do the SOE Epic Arc, and do the Pochven reputation. After that, we did some abyssals. That worked out pretty well until it didn't, and now we're doing some null-sec exploration. You find that wormholes are really deserted lately? We've been safely routing C3s in a cheap praxis without rolling holes. Keep doing that. Please keep doing that. Because one day my group will find you. So on my main account, I am a evil wormholer. I'm not evil. I'm just a scary wormholer. Um, so yeah, we love seeing praxises out in the C3s. So keep it up. Hey, what's up, the man animal? Works out well till it doesn't. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Also, thank you so much for the follow, Mata. All right, let's make a heron. So first, we're gonna see if there's any community fittings. The community fittings are sometimes reasonable, sometimes good, sometimes not so good. I guess just the nature of the beast. Yeah, it looks like an Air Caldari Explorer. So this is anything that says like air is going to be a community fitting from like the devs. If you see something that is named a little bit weirder and differently, but still has this icon means that it's community fitting. Then it means it was made by someone in the community, and it was approved. But you know, everyone, the devs, the players, everyone in the game has varying levels of skill in making fits and reading fits. Like being able to see, is this fit actually good? Why is it good? Why is it not good? So, you know, it's kind of a grab bag sometimes. Used to use a program for vitting. I think it was something called Pyfa. Yes, Pyfa is amazing. Highly recommend Pyfa. if you're gonna start fitting more seriously. All right. So this looks honestly pretty good. Not too bad. We're not going to be able to use a data analyzer 2 because that's omega locked. We don't need a salvager because we're not going to be doing any salvaging. Core probe launcher is all that we can afford right now. These gravity capacitors give us ship probe scan strength, which is, so there's a lot of diminishing returns. So if we hover over this yellow marker says that there's a fitting advisory, and it says diminishing returns for our base sensor strength. Whenever you improve a trait more than once, you get diminishing returns. So you can hover over this little question mark. It tells you what the percentages are. Basically, the first one is 100%, second one is 87%, third one is 57%, and last one is 28%. And it does go with whatever the highest bonus is. It's going to be like the 100%, and then the second highest is going to be the 87%. So like for this fourth one, we're only getting 28% of the value of it. That ain't great. That ain't great. But it does have another question for me. Can we afford Sisters Crow probes? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Actually,
Hey bitch,
wonderful.
you are forcing your viewers to watch an ad right now, so pause your fucking game.
Ad time. So 85 is the magic number. And this base sensor strength that I see here, I can see that we're at 85. Something else that I might look into is if we can get Cavalry Frigate up to level 4, it takes 4 or 3.5 days. That's a little much. So I think we're just going to go with this for now. There are, when scanning, there's technically 5, but pretty much 4 levels of difficulty for your basic stuff. And in order for you to scan the level 4 stuff at the smallest resolution, you need 85 scan strength. I have a whole video about this. Please go watch it. It's very informative. It's on the channel. But the secret sauce is that 85 is a good number. And because we're seeing exactly 85 here, we're gonna keep it. Which means all 4 of these modules are just doing scan strength, which is fine.
Thank you for the
We have a. Do we really need a data analyzer? I'd rather have a cargo scanner. Yeah, we're not actually gonna do any data scanning because in null-sec, relics are much more valuable than data sites, just because of what the stuff that you find in is put into. It's just more valuable. It's more used. So we need more relics, which drives the price up. So relics just are much better than data sites. So we're actually gonna get rid of our data analyzer, and we're gonna put in a cargo scanner. So a cargo scanner, and we can actually use a T2. Cargo scanner allows you to scan the contents of a can, a container that has relics in it, and we can see if there are valuable things in that can or if there is nothing valuable in that can. You cherry pick. So this is a bit of a debated topic, if you should cherry pick or not. I'm here to tell you that you should cherry pick. And some people are going to be upset about that, but that's their problem. So why is cherry picking contentious? Well, because when you go into a relic site, you basically activate it, right? Whenever you first hack something, there's a 45 to an hour minute timer
Thank you for the
where the site will despawn. However, you can greatly accelerate this timer by looting all of the cans. Basically, then the site is like, oh, we're fully done. We can go ahead and reset somewhere else. Whenever you finish a site, it will respawn somewhere in that region. So some people theorize that it is better to just waste your time, fully clear the site, and then have an opportunity for it to spawn somewhere further along your path. So basically, you get to do the site twice. However, the other side of that coin is that you don't waste your time hacking cans, like maybe like 4 cans or something, where there's nothing useful in them. You don't waste your time going to the cans, and you just move on. You just find another site. Simple as that. The problem, the feels bad moment, is when someone else goes to the site that you've already been at, or alternatively, if you go to a site that someone else has already been at, and it's been cherry picked, and you're like, gosh dang it, I wasted my time scanning this site, getting to this site, and it's already been done. But I'm here to tell you that EVE is a PvP game. So sometimes that's just how it goes. You just move right along. You say, "Oh well, this site was never good anyways," and you just go right along. So I'm on the side that cherry picking is better. I guess it's up for you to decide if you want to cherry pick or not. I've given you the information. That said, if you live in null-sec and you are with a larger group of null-sec players, it's probably in everyone's best interest to not cherry pick the sites. But it's do you want to benefit the group or do you want to benefit yourself? Again, that's another debate. It's just you got to think about it. You have to smuggle a homing beacon into that heron to stop that cherry picker. Yeah. You can only skill on one character at a time. If I put my alt's leveling skill, it won't go. That is correct, Don DuPoint. Unless there is a multi-character training skills certificate thing, which does allow you to train multiple characters on the same account at the same time. Yeah. Cyrus says, I'll shoot any blue that cherry picks. Fair enough, fair enough. You probably won't make that many friends if you are... So blues are friendly allies. So if you are with a group, a corporation, etc., you're going to be blue to your corp members, which means generally you don't shoot each other. But if Cyro sees you cherry picking in his space, ruining it for everyone, then, you know, consequences, baby. Is that Plex or different? It's different. You can purchase it with Plex, but you can also purchase it just on the region market. So if you go multiple pilot training certificate. Actually, don't buy these. I've halfway misspoke. Don't buy these on the market because they are way too expensive. You do want to just buy Plex. You can buy Plex with ISK. Right now it's about 5 million. But once you do that, you can go to the New Eden store, and you want to buy your multi-character trainings from here. And it's just here, multiple pilot training. You can get 1 of them, 3 of them, 6 of them, 12, 24 of them. And each one is good for a month. You do also need Omega to stack it on top. If it's in enemy territory or is directly on the border, I would cherry pick. Otherwise, getting the signature out of the scanner does help relax the friendlies. Also true, yeah. It's not expensive. I mean, it's decently expensive. It's 250 plex, right? So 250 times 5 million. That's 1.2 billion. Hey, what's up, Caroline? Welcome in. Thank you so much for that raid. What's good? How's it going? What'd you get up to? Tell me everything. Platinum Pack has a 2 multi-character training in it. A 20% discount might be around the corner for Capsule Day. Also, yes, very true. Wait for some deals. They come around pretty often. Capsule Day is probably a good one to think about. You've been learning how to be a Logi pilot in Faction Warfare with Magical Geek. Awesome. Awesome. Honestly, so I do want to do a little bit of Faction Warfare with this character. If you guys, like, want to hook up or something, maybe. Maybe. We'll think about it. All right. So this is our fit. Another thing that we want to try and look at is align time. So because we're going to be in dangerous null-sec space, we want a warp core if possible. Then again, our targeting is 40. Maybe we don't want a warp core. That's going to bring us down to 24 kilometers. That means we have to get pretty close. Also, I don't think we really want a micro warp drive. I think we just want an afterburner. Yeah. So the reason we want an afterburner and not a micro warp drive is because if we had a micro warp drive, we only have like a minute of use, which then it just means that we need to like pulse it on and off and on and off like all the time. Maybe though. A minute actually doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, we'll go with a micro warp drive. Why would you ever do an afterburner on this ship? Just so we have to worry about it less. We don't have really that much capacitor or, yeah. Because I'm predicting that we kind of run out. But yeah, it's fine. So a warp core stabilizer we don't really want. That would help us be a little bit more secure, but it would also reduce our targeting by half, which would make our cherry picking efforts harder. We'd have to actually fly closer to the cans, and at that point, like, would it even be worth cherry picking? So we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to hope that we don't get really ganked. We do want to lower our align time, because whenever we are on a gate, that is the most dangerous place to be. So we want to get off that gate as quick as possible. And the way we do that is by aligning quicker. And this rounds up to the nearest second, because Eve is a game of ticks, 1 second ticks. It's a much more complicated topic. Don't worry about it. All we need to know is that our align time is always going to be rounded upwards. So this 4.25 is really 5. So unless we can get sub 4, we don't really need this like align. We could in fact just get rid of this and then go to sub 5. 4.97 is actually a good number. Well, good relative. But let's see if we can have some inertia stabilizers. We have 2 of these. We only get down to 3.3. So there's not really a world in which we can get sub... Oh wait, we can get sub 4. Yeah, with 1 of them even. Yeah, cool. So we're going to have 1 and get sub 4 seconds. That's great. And then we can put whatever we want in this low slot.
Thank you for the follow.
Which... what is it going to be? Thanks so much for that follow as well, Devil's Hill. So also, if all you guys welcome in, joining us, I forgot to say welcome in all you guys. My name is Nth Dimensional. Right now we are doing a full walkthrough new player experience. The whole series is going up on YouTube throughout time. We started with the account creation, we did the tutorial, we did the career agent missions, all of them. We did the Sisters of Eve epic arc, we did getting Pochven standings, we did a little bit of abyssaling, tier 0s, and some tier 1. And now we're doing some null-sec exploration. If you guys have any questions, I would love to answer them. Yeah. Wait a minute, Omega is 25 bucks? What the fuck? Shouldn't it just be 20? That said, again, there are many deals out there throughout time. And if you purchase for more time, it gets significantly cheaper. Yeah, just wait is what I'd say if 25 bucks is too much for you. You can wait for a good deal. Playing alpha is totally reasonable, a thing that you can do. It's what we're doing. Don't think that you need Omega unless you actually need it for something. Oh yeah, also all of you lovely raiders, if you could refresh the page, you can hit F5, you can hit the little refresh button, you can hit my name twice down in the bottom left hand corner, all that so your URL goes from equals raider to not equals raider. Oh, I guess we could have a signal lamp. That would increase our targeting range. We could have cap. Are we really that worried about our cap? Could have some armor, not actually worried. If we ever get, like, hit, we're dead. The name of the game is to get not targeted, right? So we don't need any kind of tank. So let's do a signal lamp. That brings us up to 52 kilometers for targeting, which, you know, is pretty good, pretty good. So I'm liking this, actually. Do we need anything in the top slot? We can't cloak because we're in alpha. That's fine. We could maybe bring a newt in the small chance. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, we can't actually use a newt. Oh, but we could learn that in 34 minutes. So yeah. This is going to be like our shot in the dark. So newts will drain the enemy's capacitor. If we ever get targeted, we can hopefully drain the enemy's capacitor so much that they can't lock us anymore, or that they can't point or scram us anymore. And if they can't point or scram us, then we can warp away. It's only a small newt, so it's only going to work on like very small vessels, like frigates, interceptors that might try and grab us. But you know, it's a thing. So we gotta inject it, and then we actually gotta train it. And normally I would suggest you just train this. We have our unallocated skill points. So we're kind of pretending that we don't have these unallocated skill points, because I think it is better to not use them, maybe. It's a hard topic. I need to think about it forever. But oh, right. We gotta pause. We gotta apply skill points. Don't do what I'm doing. We're only doing it because we want to actually have this module online. Actually, we can turn it online later. We can just train it naturally. I'm gonna be doing the right thing. Yeah, we don't need any guns or anything. Yeah, this is fine. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and save our fit. We're gonna call this my little null-sec explorer. Oh, we do want 16. So in your probe launcher, you can fit 8 probes. And however, when you launch your probes, they will automatically reload if you have 8 more in the cargo hold, and it just makes everything a lot better if you have a set of 16. It does significantly increase our purchase price to have these better probes, but the better probes are actually quite good. It's worth it. Okay. And we save our changes. Actually, one more thing is we can have drones. So this ship does have a bandwidth for drones, and it has a drone bay. So we are going to use, if possible, these little fuckers. Hornet EC-300s. So they are electronic warfare drones. Get used to this name, a Hornet EC-300. EC stands for electronic countermeasures. ECM, yeah. Yeah. And what that is jamming. So, oh, you say they're not alpha? Maybe we don't. Yeah, okay, never mind. They're omega. We don't need to worry about EC drones. I'll still tell you, they jam other ships. They are pretty unreliable, but if they successfully work, the enemy will drop their target on you, so they won't be able to do any actions against you. They will only be able to do it against the drone that jammed them. So it is really annoying, but we can't use them, so don't worry about it. In that case, we don't actually care about any drones because we're not gonna be able to kill anything. Yeah. Oh, what we do need is some filaments now. We're going into null-sec, so we need to have some null-sec filaments. If we just look in our market browser normally, we'll do it this way. Trade goods, remember we've talked about filaments before. There's some for abyssals, there's some for Triglavian space, and then the last kind of filaments are jump filaments. And jump filaments will bring you into either a noisy area of space or a high signal area of space. There's some contention about what these words mean. The general consensus from the community right now is that noise brings you to a place that does not have a lot of other capsuleers or activity going on in it right at the moment. Signal is the opposite. There is a high signal strength. It brings you to a place where there are a lot of capsuleers, where there is a lot of activity going on, and all that jazz. I personally don't believe that fully. I don't think the player base currently knows exactly what signal and noise do. I haven't had the opportunity to fully research it. Believe what you want to, believe what the community tells you. It's one of those things. There are a lot of these things in Eve. But we're going to go with noise. We're going to go with noise 5. And, oh, actually, we don't want to purchase them directly. We want to put them into our fit. Put these into our cargo hold here. Let's bring like 4 of them. And we also want to bring a Pochven, or Triglavian space inbound. And again, we liked the Kai Perun. So if we go to our solar system map, if it watched our previous videos about why we like Kai Perun, but basically here you can see this is the the constellation Kai Perun, and it is generally close to Jita. So if we go here, we will probably be close to Jita, and we can scan down a wormhole that will get us out, and it will get us out close to Jita. So let's go ahead and not purchase one of these. We also don't need a 15. We can just do a 5. The dash number after these is how many people it can take in one go. So we're only one, so theoretically we'd only need like a cataclysmic 1 cry Perun, but 5 is the least. So that's what we're going with. Tilda says noise for sure drops you in empty space. You've tried signal, it was the worst. Jita also says signal puts you in null-sec. Yeah, like a lot of anecdotal evidence suggests what the community says, but there's also a lot of anecdotal evidence that doesn't suggest that. Like there are many times where signal will drop you in fucking nowhere land and noise will drop you in staging systems. I've seen it with my eyes. Hey, see you, Sarah. Ermin07, what's up? Welcome in. Okay. So we're going to buy 4 of these because we can use them every 15 minutes as long as we're not attacked. And if we land into an area of space that we don't like for one reason or another, it's easy enough to just get out of there. Maybe we're getting hunted too hard. Maybe the relics are not good. Maybe we go to drone space, which there are no relic sites in. That would be a bummer. Again, let's save over our ship fit. And now I think we are ready to fit ship, which will bring up all the buy stuff. It says that it includes rigs. Once rigs are fitted, they cannot be removed again. You have to destroy them. Yes, I'm sure that we want to fit rigs. Now we can buy all this stuff. Looks like it's going to cost us 8 million, which means we're getting pretty low on funds. All right, we do need to also trade in our red loot. Oh, also I just bought the goods. I didn't actually fit the ship. Make sure after you buy the goods, you actually hit fit ship. And then we're all fit here. As you can see, this is offline because we still need the skill for it. Once we do finish training that skill in about 25 minutes, we'll be able to turn this online. You can turn things online that are not burnt out. We'll talk about burning things out later. You can turn things online that are offline in space. It does take a lot of your capacitor to do, and you do need to like start from a high level of your capacitor. It's just like a safeguard, so you can't like turn things on during combat and stuff. There are sometimes you would want to turn things off during combat. That's more advanced PvP stuff. Let's not worry about that. But just know that it is an option. We're gonna fly. We're gonna go into space with it offline, and we will eventually turn it on later. No drones and gun. Why waste this on things that just pop with the hole and add no benefit? Yeah. Yeah. If we were to think about doing drone lands data sites, we would probably add some drones because some drones will spawn in the drone lands. Drone. But because we're only going to be doing null-sec relic sites, we are not actually going to be ever fighting anything. Yeah. Wait, this is not a PvP heron? No, it is not a PvP heron. This is do try and read these until you start to like really understand what they're saying. This is saying that we have a module offline, which we just talked about. But reading is good. I highly suggest doing a lot of reading.
Warp drive active.
Hey, you there. Thank you for the follow.
All right. Oh, thanks so much for that follow. Angel BDO. Welcome, welcome. This is our probe launcher here. We do need to reload it, or load it with probes. You just right-click, then click it there. I personally like to have my probe launcher on Alt-1. Again, you can do whatever you want, whatever you think is reasonable. We're going to do something like, just something like this. Yeah, actually, yeah. We're going to do something like this. Again, I have my keybounds set up to, these are my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my alt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I highly recommend changing away from F1 stuff, because when things get more hectic, you're going to want to be able to, this is a two-handed game. I know a lot of people like to play it one-handed, but if you want to get successful and serious, using two hands will really help. You have your probe launcher on my left pedal. Oh, we could actually do that. That'd be pretty cool. So as we were talking about, oh dang it, I forgot to put the red loot in the friggin' cargo. Let's go back to Jita. But just to double check, we were gonna sell our red loot. We are now in a different region of space called the Forge. And if we go to our personal assets, Alt-T, will bring up all of our assets. We can see that this stuff is in Jita. We lower this so we can see all the Jita stuff. Right-click the red loot and view market details. And here we're looking for buyers.
Hey bitch, you are forcing your viewers to watch an ad right now, so pause your fucking game.
Oh, okay, I was actually a little bit wrong. Oh, wait. Herdamon's not... Wait, I'm so confused. I feel like I've been lied to. To myself. Did I lie to myself? I guess I did. Where's the place I want to go? Is it the Citadel? Yeah, Jita's in the Forge. We want to go to the Citadel. I forget where the red loot is sold. I'm sorry I've lied to you all.
Warp drive active.
So actually here, Xanu for blue, Concord for red. Okay. I feel like we could use a third-party program. I think we can use Eve Marketeer to figure out the answer to our question. We're gonna try that. Or Eve Tycoon. Okay. So there's a website. There's always a website for everything in Eve to make things easier. In this case, it's called Eve Tycoon. And we should be able to use this resource. We're going off the rails here. Things I don't really know about. But we're going to pretend like it's all going to work out. We're going to move this up to our chat channel. We're going to hit Control A, Control X, or select all, and then cut. We're going to go up here. We're going to copy this. And this is going to, instead of a region market, tell us the entire market. And we want from probably location Jita jumps
Docking permission requested.
10. Oh, I guess we can't.
Accepted.
Oh, we probably have to log in. We can do that. So a lot of these websites
Hey,
and
you
whatnot
there.
have this button. It says Eve, log in with Eve Online. And this is completely safe. Don't worry about it. Basically, a lot of these sites use your Eve data. It can tell you where exactly you are in space. Chaos Crash 420. And you just log in, you authorize. It's going to say Eve Tycoon is requesting that you do some stuff. Sometimes it will say a lot of stuff. I guess be sort of aware what it is saying. Again, using this stuff is completely safe. You're never going to be hacked or anything like that. But people will have access to your character's data, like your location. And if they are more nefarious, so this is like in-game nefarious, right? And how much of this actually goes on is up to a lot of debate. But like, if someone knows what you were purchasing because you were using that, because you've given them that information, and they know where you are, if you're purchasing very valuable goods, they might, target you, right? But like, don't worry about it too much. Whenever you join a larger corp, they will probably have you authorize some stuff. Maybe they might spy check you, things like that. Again, don't worry too much about it. It's just part of Eve life. So we've logged in. Let's go to Market Browser now, and now we can go jumps. Let's do the database. Looks like jumps is not working still. We go NPC orders. Why isn't jumps working? Add your characters on the account page to get started. Okay. I guess we got to add our character here. Click character, click authorize. Oh, okay, here. Now they're asking for a bunch of scopes. So they're going to be able to read my location. They're going to be able to read how much my character has in their wallet. They're going to be able to read what structures I can dock in. Because there might be like stuff being sold in that area. They're going to be able to read all of my assets, what I own, what my open windows are, what my waypoint is. Right waypoint. So they can I'll be able to right click and like set a waypoint. Then I can travel to that easier. They can read what my industry jobs are going on right now. Basically, they can read a bunch of stuff, and it looks like they can write basically just waypoints. So be aware that you're letting someone be able to read this stuff about your character, and if you're fine with that, which generally you should be fine with. Let's do start syncing, I guess. Okay. Now let's try the market browser. Now jumps. Nope. Come on, Eve Tycoon. I believed in you. I thought I could trust you. All right, I was just checking to make sure that we're docked in Jita. Never be like just alt-tabbed when you're not docked, unless you really hate yourself. Says that we're not synced yet. But we should it should immediately work. NPC buy orders were there. But I want to like, so I want to see like character specific stuff. So I want to see like how many jumps away from me something is. Right now jumps isn't populating. Is there a place? If I say Jita and then jumps? No, that doesn't work. Oh, wait. Refresh? Jita. Ah, ha ha. All right, so here we can see Ethel Strong. We refreshed where we were, which is in Jita. And now jumps doesn't work. Come on. Come on. Am I this foolish? Let's refresh the page. We're in Jita. This says open in game. Okay, it'll open your market browser in game. So you hated yourself after your 3 billion Proteus and 3 billion Pod got killed after I went AFK on Tether? Oh man, that's rough. Yeah. Even if you're AFK on Tether, people can bump you off and you can see jumps in game. Ermin, but we are trying to purchase something outside of our region. So again, this is showing our region data, right? And like the closest one in our region is 12 jumps away. But I know that there is a place to sell red loot that is like 2 or 3 jumps away from Jita. So that's what we're trying to find here. But it's being a little busy. I guess, okay. What we're going to do, because it's being a little busy, I'm pretty sure it's in the Citadel. So things that next to the Forge is the Citadel and Lone Trek. But I don't think it's in Lone Trek. So we're going to search for region. Citadel. How do I fucking spell Citadel? S-I-T-A. Okay. Buy orders. And we want NPC orders only. So here are the locations where NPCs are buying. There's... How far away are these from Jita? If we click on this, we should be able to set destination. Okay, cool. 9 jumps. We click here, set destination. 8 jumps. Click here, set destination. 8 jumps. Click here, set destination. 9 jumps. Okay. Really? 8 jumps is the closest? Is this some kind of sick joke? Do I want to know the system? Yes, please show me the system at this point. I'm so helpless. A tourist. Tourist. 4 jumps. In Lone Trek? It's in Lone Trek. Gosh. Golly gee willikers. That's where we were going to check next. We don't want to go to low sec. Anything below 0.5 is low sec. Until it's 0.0, which is null sec. So Jan is evil. We don't want to go there. This place though, let's just check this place. 3 jumps! You fucking liar! You try to make me go 4 jumps when I knew there was a Valeni is 3 jumps away. I said don't do Valeni. Oh, because they have tornado campers. Oh, okay. Fine. You know best. Sure, whatever. Alright, 4 jumps away. Make sure that we actually load our red loot into our heron this time. All right. Now we can sell this stuff, make a little money, and then we can go null-sec exploring. It's taking a little bit to get there, but you know, we're almost there. How do I check how much a blueprint cost? What do you mean by blueprint cost? Like how much you can purchase the BPO for? In that case, you can quite easily go to Eve Tycoon website. It will search all of Eve for you. You could say like MOA blueprint. Just uncheck those. Actually, NPC orders. Because you only want to buy from an NPC because then you're going to get the cheapest price for it. And you can buy the MOA blueprint in basically Caldari space for 83,500,000 ISK. Alternatively, if you go like what's another cool blueprint? A Mauler. If you go for a Mauler blueprint, you can see that you can purchase these if you know where these are. Oh wait, Jumps is working now. These motherfuckers.
Hey, you there. Thank you for the follow.
It's going to be again be 83,750,000. Slightly more expensive, but it's also going to like be in a Mars space. Is that your question?
Warp drive active.
That's stupid that you can't see that in market 3 fucking jumps away because it's a different region. Yeah, it is a little bit stupid, Ermin. Yeah, I agree. I have some copies that I dropped, and I don't know how to check what I can sell it for. Oh, they dropped for you. You got medium hydraulic bray thrusters 2 blueprint. I'm trying to find out how much I can sell it for. That's a lot more ambiguous because that is a copy. You sell copies in contracts. And if I'm going to be honest with you, that's probably not super worth anything. So you can right click it. You can say find in contracts. This will bring up the contracts window. So these are all of the contracts that have that item in it. It says multiple items though. So that means they're selling multiple items. You can click on it, see what all they're selling. Looks like they're selling a bunch of BPCs that they found through exploration. And you can purchase it. And what are we looking for? Medium hydraulic blade thruster. Medium. Okay, here it is. Yeah. So as far as selling that one thing, selling like individual blueprint copies is not really a thing that happens a whole lot. You should figure out if it's worth making. So if we right click it and go view an industry, we can start to evaluate if you should make it or just if it's not really going to be worth your while. Or if it's worth selling to someone once you get a bunch of stuff, or just hand to your friend who does industry. Hold on. We gotta get, again, don't just like be flying around in space if you can help it. Always be docked. Let's go ahead and dock here. So in the industry, if you hover over this on the left, you can see the total estimated price of the items that you need to make it is about 7 million ISK. This number is sometimes accurate, sometimes not so accurate. You'll learn through experience. And then if you hover over the rig, you can see that it actually sells for about 10 million ISK. So this is actually worth making if you can. You need Industry 5, and then looks like some small skills, rocket science, mechanical, and launching to 1. So as long as you have the Industry 5, if you're actually doing industry, it's probably worth making this. It looks like these items you get from doing relic hunting. And you can also get this through data hunting or just making them through industry. So, like, realistically, you could probably make this and then just sell the item. Omega only skills? Yeah, as long as you're an Omega, because you do need this rocket and mechanical. Yeah. Also, Jay Pedro, welcome in. All right. Now to sell this, we got to move it to our item hanger. And from our item hanger, we can do sell this item. You can see 0.0 because we're going to an NPC buy order. Wonderful. Love it. And we can sell it immediately. So we're going to get 5 million iskies. Nice, nice, nice. That's pretty much enough to repurchase this ship in the case that we lose it. Which is honestly a real possibility. When you're doing null-sec exploration, as you will soon find out, you can make a whole lot of money very easily and quickly. You can also blow up pretty easily and quickly. But the idea is that we risk a little amount of ISK, like 8 million, 9 million for our ship, and we stand to gain literally hundreds of millions of ISK. We'll see how it goes. All right. Let's choose a warp out. Let's kind of warp over. So again, we're using a filament, which means we need to be in a fleet. So we can go up to the Neocom menu. We can go to social, fleet, form fleet. Default setup is fine because we're just playing by ourselves. It's just one of the prerequisites for using a filament.
Skill training completed.
All right, we can activate. We got to be away from the control tower. So when we warp somewhere, don't warp to a planet, warp to a moon. Moons are going to be slightly better.
Active.
So this stupid little anchored thing, this guy, that was preventing us from filamenting. Angel says, I just finished a null-sec explo run as a Newbro and came back with 330 million. Yeah. That's 100% what can happen. All right, let's try it again. Yump. So there are 5, five, right? Main areas of space in the game that have different loot. There is the Guristas area, which is up this way. There is the Serpentis area, which is over here. There's the Blood Raiders, which is down here. There is the Sancha, which is kind of here. And then there's the Angels, which is more over here. And then there's the drone regions, which is this region over here. And each of these regions have different loot tables of what you can get inside those relic and data cans. And the long and short of it is that Sancha space and Garista's space is much better than the other spaces. So you want to kind of be in Providence, Ketch, Stain, Esoteria, Paragon, Soul. That's going to be Sancha stuff. And you want to be in like Tenal, Branch, Venal, Declan, I think Tribute. Not Fate though. Maybe not even Tribute. Is going to be Guristas. So we actually landed in a pretty great area. And so now we're going to just try and like choose a little path that we want to go on. And so we kind of look. We want to head up this way. We can use filters. Actually, where's my local? Okay, there's only 2 people in local. We are in pretty hostile space because we're in null-sec. Null-sec is always hostile. So we'll like always be moving. always being aware of who is in local, how many people, who wants to hunt you. This is a little bit of cat and mouse. We can use filters on our solar system map. We can go color by, and we want something like geography and statistics, and then average pilots in space in the last 30 minutes, or jumps in the last hour. Both of those are good. They kind of tell us like who's going where. Let's do average pilots in space. So we want to avoid the places with more darker colors, like this place, 33 pilots in system. No good, no good. But all of these places that like have nothing, that's going to be good. So in order to make routes, we can set waypoints. We can do this by hitting Control. This will set a destination. And if we hit Control Shift, it will add a waypoint. So first, let's go to 4S. Looks pretty good. And then we can kind of hit Control Shift and just add these places. And looks like if we go up here, that's a lot of like places we don't want to be. We'd rather go over this way. So let's do something like this. It can be kind of hard to see with the new map where places are. So this is a situation where using old map looks a little bit better sometimes. We can see, okay, so actually we're going to just remove these waypoints because we want to go into this little pocket first. We're going to go check this place out, and then we can go over here and then check this little tendril out, and then we can go over here. And then it looks like it brings us up to over here. A lot of not great stuff over here. So let's head over this way. And honestly, this is like a lot of systems. So we'll see what happens when we get there. Okay, so next we want to bring up our probe window. Again, descan occasionally. Make sure you see if anyone new is in local. What's the website where you can check things like that, like recent deaths and all that? .lan, D-O-T-L-A-N, .lan. You can also use a third-party program called SMT. Oh, whoops. There's a third-party program called SMT. I'm not going to show it right now because I don't think you really need it as a Newbro, but it is a super useful tool. Especially if you do this a lot, it will show you really good information, and yeah, it's really nice. Okay, so in our probe scanner, we're not going to be looking for any anomalies. We're going to be looking for cosmic signatures, and even more than that, we're going to create a new filter because we right now are only interested in relic sites. We're going to name our filter relic sites. And we're going to search for relic. I know, right? We're going to search for relic, check it, and save it. So then we are going to actually check relic sites and uncheck cosmic signatures. What this is going to do is that when we scan, our cosmic signatures will eventually turn into something that says data site, wormhole, gas site, combat site, or relic site. If it says anything but relic site, it will disappear off our probe scanner, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. It's just a nice little organizational tool. It helps speed things up. Do remember that you have this checked, but yeah. So you'll see it in action here shortly. We can go ahead and release our drones, our probes. We can see that our probe scanner is over here. All with some caveats, don't worry about it. All cosmic signatures are within 4 AU of a celestial body. So all this stuff is a bunch of celestials. So the red circle is where the relic site could be, but we know that things spawn within 4 AU. So we can kind of reduce our range already. Now we see, again, it's a sphere. A sphere result means that only one of our probes has actually hit it. And if you can kind of visualize here a little bit, you can see that only this bottom circle is the place where only one of our spheres has hit it. So we know now that it's going to be down here. We can scan again. We're only going down 1 because we don't have a good signal on where it could be. I feel like using terms like dscan and local are not Newbro friendly. I try to explain them. So again, to explain dscan, when you press the V key, you will see all of the stuff in this green circle. So it's good to use just to see if there are any ships or anything weird showing up. If there's extra combat scan probes, that means someone's trying to hunt you down. Or if there's a lot of ships showing up. And then local is just that this is who is in this solar system. So if there are a lot of people in local, that's probably a pretty dangerous area. If there's only one other person in local, that's not too dangerous. Again, we got a sphere result, which means only one of our things hit it. So we're going to go down here, where we know it kind of got hit. We're going to reduce our scan range by 1. And you can do that by hitting Alt-Scroll. So the D&D scan is a directional
Hey
scan
bitch,
around you.
you are forcing your viewers to watch an ad right now, so pause your fucking game.
Okay, so as you can see, I'm like moving like 90 degrees up and down. I'm just double clicking this. It's super handy. If I double click this, it centers my window on that signature. And as you can see, this is actually going to be a relic site, level 1 relic site. Hooray. When there is a circle result, it means that 2 of our spheres have successfully are like where the relic site is. And as we kind of look at it, we can see that the only place that is going to be like up here. So we can move our probes kind of like up here. Go down 1 again, because again we're not getting good, super great results. Every time you scan, I recommend the scan key is B for beta. Every time you hit B for beta for scan, also just hit V for D for scan. All right, and now we have fully resolved the signature. We can warp to it. We're going to go ahead and right-click, warp to within 0. In order to also obfuscate our presence a little bit, we're going to go ahead and recover our active probes with this button here. And that way we just don't see any extra probes on D-scan. People can still see our ship, and they know what a heron does. But it's just a little bit of extra something. All right, so here we are at the relic site. Let's go ahead and hold down the E key for keep at range. We're going to click the Garista's remains. We can go ahead and do our micro warp drive over there. And once we get in range of our targeting, which is like 47, we're going to start to target these cans. Looks like this one has 2 million in it. So this is all the things that are in it. We used our cargo scanner. So that's pretty good, right? We're gonna get 2 million. So I like to move the cans that I want to have into a new like layer. You can actually move these targeting. There's rows and columns. I'm gonna move it to a new row. And then I can scan this. Also, this is a time where 120,000 ISK, that's not a lot, so we don't care about this. Keep track of like what you have scanned, because we're going to hit Control-Shift and click this icon to unlock it. I know this is a lot of stuff. I'm going to repeat it in the future. We're going to go ahead and target these other cans now that we are in range of all of them. And we can start scanning these. Also, because our camera always changes, like to look at the things that we're looking at, and in this context, it's not actually super helpful, we're going to get rid of that. So you can hit Shift-C, or you can click this orbit camera button. So when we hit Shift-C, now when we click things, our camera is going to stay where it is, which is going to be more helpful for this more tactical kind of thing that we're doing now. Okay, so Control-1 to start cargo scanning this. Let's move this somewhere where it's a little bit more useful. 5 million ISK, that's pretty good. Let's move it up here. Let's scan this next one. And what you can do is, it's making multiple windows, but you can click and hold this, drag it over here, and it will make, it will start stacking them like this. It's a little bit easier. This one's trash, so we can just kind of leave it there for now. That one's trash. It's up to you to decide what your limit, what your cutoff is. But because all of those are like less than 1 million, that's really just not worth our time. So let's go ahead and start hacking this. So here we have a big boy scanning board. In all of these sites, in the basic dead end relic sites for null-sec, which are going to be something Garista, something faction, something. So it's going to be like ruined Garistas, or ruined Sancha, ruined, or yeah, it's always going to be like a thing and then the name of the pirate faction. For all of those sites, you have 2 chances to successfully hack a container. If you don't, it goes away. It blows up, but it does no damage to you. If you go into sites that are named weirdly, weird things might happen. Things might explode on you. If anything that says covert research facility, if you fail those scans once, they will actually explode on you and probably kill you, so be careful. But for these, it's you got 2 chances at them. That's the main thing that we're going away with here. All right, 4 is our first number, which means a non-harmful node is 4 ticks away. So this is also a bad word to explain the rule of 8, but so 3, 4. So let's go up this way. 3, 2, 1, 1. So something's here. A shield. That's pretty cool. We can go 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1. Another helpful node. So we can grab this. 4. Let's go. All right, we don't care about this. It's just going to be a blocking. An antivirus is just a big blocker. It doesn't do anything. So as long as we don't need to go this way, we don't actually care about doing anything to it. 3, 2, 2, 1, 2. Another shield. It's actually wonderful. 1. White. Only click the white nodes when you absolutely need to. There's a 50-50 chance that it is something helpful, like a shield or a kernel rot, or alternatively a bad node, like this. So 5, nothing else helpful is over this way. Again, unless we need to kill that. So this is a restoration node. This is an immediate kill thing that you need to take care of. Every turn, it's going to give more life to something else on the field, except for the core. It won't make the core have more life. It has 80 health and does 10 damage. So we have 25 damage and 70 life. But we're going to probably, if we reduce it by half with our kernel rot, that's going to bring it down to 40. And you saw that this went up by 20 because it was a turn that we did something. And then we're going to hit it once. It's going to do some damage to us, but we're going to do some damage to it. It repaired this thingy. And then because we have first strike, we can hit it again, and we won't take damage, but it will die. All right, so 3, 2, 1. Another one of these, we have to take care of it. 10 damage isn't a whole lot, especially compared to like 40. So we're not going to use our shields, which protects us for 2 attacks. So we're just going to slam our face into this one. 1, a white node. 2, 1, 1, a white node. Okay. So at this point, I actually think that it might be up here, which ain't great. Let's click this 3. So like 1, 2, 3. Alternatively, like 1, 2, 3. If we click this 5, all right. So we know now that it's going to be around here. So we actually do have to take care of this. Let's use our shield because it would do 40 damage to us if we got hit by it. We can hit it twice. Use another shield. Hit it again. And then it only has 10 life left, so we're going to first strike kill it. And then here's the core. The core has 70 life and does 10 damage to us. But remember, we have first strike. So we have 30 life to play with. So we can hit it twice. It's going to be doing 50. And then our next will go to 75. But we got the first strike, so we're actually good to go here. So again, boom, boom, boom. Successful hack. Easy as that. Easy peasy. We right click this, we open its cargo, and we get 2.4 million ISK. And then we can go ahead and keep it ranged this next one. This is our next target. We can do a pulse of our marker warp drive, which is just turning it on and off. Again, because we don't have all the capacitor in the world, we can't really keep it on. You say the D and D scan is directional scan around? Yeah. I match my keys to V for scan, B for launch probe, and N and M for adjusting size. I like using Alt and scroll wheel to adjust size, but if you like N and M, go for it. First Strike, are you an MTG player? I have played a lot of MTG in the past, but not currently, and probably never again. Alright. So, now we're going to be talking about the rule of 7. There are a lot of rules of hacking. If you want a really cool, good, in-depth guide, I have one on my channel. It's about like 45 minutes long. It goes through a lot of examples of kind of like what we're going to be doing here. It's probably a better resource than what I'm going to be showing right now. But it is also a little bit more advanced stuff. So watch at your own risk, but I do actually really like that video. But the rule of 7 basically states that if you have a normal spawn, which is this is, and our previous one wasn't, the core is going to be at least 7 nodes away by crow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like all of this in this right and bottom area is not actually where we're going to be going to go. We're going to be wanting to go like this little area here. That's where we know the core is going to be. So we can also use the rule of 6, which states that any node with 6 spokes around it is going to be either safe or the core node. Or if it is, yeah. Alright, so if it's not safe, then the core is around, like immediately there. So we kind of want to use rule of 6 areas to get over there, and it looks like this is pretty good. Here's a rule of 6 area, here's a rule of 6 area. 1 white node. Keep going. Looks like we got blocked there. We don't want to kill this unless we have to, so we're going to try and go down this lower path. Looks like we're blocked there. We want to kill this one because it's further up, and it's also right now blocking out that white node. Because that's what they do. If there's something friendly right next to an enemy node, then it's not going to be able to be picked up. So we're going to kill this. It's going to take 2 shots. Then we go rule of 6 area here, 2. Alright, so perfect. Here's a rule of 6 example. Because this is a harmful node, we know that the core is going to be directly adjacent to it. So we can kill it, and then we can start searching here. Here's a hammer, or a spanner. And immediately use your spanners whenever you get them. You can go above your like total life. It just works, so there's no reason to not immediately use your spanner. There's a white node, and there's the core. Cool. 70 life, 10 damage. We have 50 life, 51 life even. We totally got this. All right. We can go ahead and open the cargo, and we get 5 million ISK. So we're already up to 11 million ISK in cargo. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I guess just from our loot, it's a little bit less than that. 7.7 million ISK. Cool. We don't care about the rest of this site, so we're going to go ahead and jump to the next system.
Drive active.
What probe strength do we have now? 85. We have 85, which is exactly the amount that we want. Do you know what the bad-good ratio is on the white nodes? Is connected to the difficulty of the can? 50-50. It's just always 50-50. All right, no one in local. Excellent. 4 cosmic signatures. We do not want to be sitting here on the gate, so always choose like something to warp away to. And ideally, you kind of want to like make safes, but in this case, we don't really care that much. So you just kind of just warp to 100 of somewhere. Release your probes, start scanning, and once we land on grid wherever we're going, we can just start moving. So here I'm kind of just like shotgunning a little bit. There's a bunch of red circles all around this area, so we're going with an 8 AU scan, and we're just going to see if we get any good results. As soon as warp drive no longer says active, we're just going to like double click in space, and we're going to just start going off in a direction that makes you a little bit harder to catch. Mind sharing the fit? Oh yeah, I'd love to share the fit. So this is our heron fit. Oh, we can turn this on now. So we just got to click it. It used, as you can see, a lot of our capacitor, about 60%, and we could only turn it on because we were above 95%. But this is our heron fit. And I mean, so far it's working pretty all right. So awesome. Here, as you can see, now there is only 1 cosmic signature showing. And if we click cosmic signatures, we can see combat sites. There were 3 combat site signatures we don't care about, but because we have our filters, they automatically went away, and only 1 remains. This is a dot result as well, which means 4 or more probes were inside it, which means we can go down 2 steps with our skills and start scanning it, because like we know it's pretty much here. What's the name of the scan tool you were talking about? What scan tool was I talking about? The scan video with all the helpful advice is called like scanning something. It's one of my older videos on the YouTube channel. !YouTube. Oh, here, I forgot to say, this is a line result, which means 3 probes were hitting it. And when you get a line result with standard probe formations, it's always going to be the one that is further away from where you were, because that's just how it works. Looks like that was not a relic site, so we can go ahead and move on to the next system. The one that is only for sorting relics. Oh, okay. So in your probe scanner, you can create filters. It's a little known fact that is super helpful. So if you create a new filter, you can name it whatever you want, and you can search for relic site. If you check relic site, then you can uncheck cosmic signatures, but check relic sites. It will show all cosmic signatures until it knows that that is not a relic site, and then it will immediately disappear. and it makes things just a little bit more streamlined. All right, new system. Immediately warp to some planet at 100. Release your probes.
Active.
Click on the cosmic signature and start scanning. Again, this is going to be within 4 AU of a cosmic, of a celestial, so we can kind of immediately narrow it down from the big sphere to kind of a smaller sphere. There's no one in local. We love that. Double click. This is a dot result, so we can go down 2. Just kind of center our probes. We've landed it somewhere, so we're going to double click in space just to make ourselves move away. Looks like it's not what we want. Go ahead and go to the next system.
Warp drive.
Rinse and repeat.
active.
As you get better at this, you'll get faster. As you get more skills, you'll get faster. And one day, too, you'll be a master hacker. Ever pay off at this point to do a closer net formation on the probes? Yes. But only, not really. So if you cannot fully resolve the signature with whatever your probe strength is, you can make a tighter formation using control and scroll. No one in local, awesome. Warp to random planet at random distance. Release probes.
Warp drive active.
Click on a cosmic signature. Looks like both of them are kind of here in the middle. We're just going to do like an 8 AU scan, kind of right there. D-scan as well, just to make sure, even though local is clear, so pretty easy. Yeah, so if you control scroll, you can make your probes tighter, which does help resolve things that you can't fully resolve at like when you're at the lowest AU, or the lowest resolution. But because we have 85, we don't really need to do that. 85 is a breakpoint. We've landed somewhere, so double click in space just to make ourselves go. I have a video about scan strength, how much you need, why 85 is the secret number. We can see this is a relic site. Just kind of double click it to center our screen, and then make our probes go right above it. Reduce by 2. And we've fully resolved this. We can go ahead and warp to it.
Warp drive
We can go click on this one. I think we need to go up to... Yeah. So we can start resolving this one while we warp to this one. I do it when I'm getting like a 95% result, yeah. But just wondering why not do it earlier for more strength in the second to last stage. You just don't really need to. Alright. Go down 2. And then we can hit control. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and finish scanning this. It's not a good idea to stay stationary. So I'm just going to approach a can. Alright, it's not a relic site. We can recover our probes. We can close this window. This just gives a little information about the site that we're going to. We can close this. We can look at the site. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and keep at range. You do want to keep at range cans. You don't want to approach them. Because when you keep at range, you will eventually stop, and that will lower your align time if something tries to gank you. Because we don't have a cloak, keeping at range at like 1,000 is fine. Some people like to orbit at slightly over 2,000, but closer than 2,500 because then they can loot at 2,500. It's a balancing act. It's like what your ship is, what you want to do. The main crux of the story is you want to be able to get away. You want to be able to use whatever your getaway tactic is correctly. And if that's running away on sight and cloaking, then you probably want to orbit and be going like fast already. Or you want to be going not fast at all if you want to align and warp out. There are countermeasures for both kinds of tactics. You just gotta hope that your enemy doesn't have what's gonna ruin you. Let's go ahead and control shift the far away one and control this one. And let's start scanning, see if any of these are useful. 1.4 million? Yeah, we'll hack 1.4. 14 million. There we go. Big money. Less than a million. That's too low for us. 12 million. Hey, let's go. Let's go. 17 million. All right, control shift this one that we don't want. And honestly, if this last one is really good, we'll probably just do all of them, because then that will clear the site. 5 million. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to do all of them. All right. This is going to be a big ol' party. So we're going to go 7 away. We're going to try and use rule of 8 or rule of 6 areas. A wrench, immediately use wrench. Immediately use wrench. 1 green node, easy peasy. Right click, open cargo, loot all. Go up to this next one. Can just reorganize this. Do a pulse on the micro warp drive. Hi, is there a shortcut keybind to reduce, increase probe AU when scanning? Yes, you can set it. So I do Alt and scroll wheel. There is also a button in shortcuts. General. Where is it? Window? It's somewhere. Oh, here we go. In combat, increase probe scan range and decrease probe scan range. You can bind them to keys if you want. Alright, so we're just going to try and go to the other side of the board. Use spanners. Don't worry about that until we have to. This is a virus suppressor. It reduces our attack by 15, I believe. So we're going to use our kernel rot, which reduces this by half, and then we're going to be able to, we're going to have to hit this thing 3 times, because this is also kind of something that you really need to take out quickly. 2, 1, another spanner. 1, 2, 2, white. So maybe down here. 1, 1, 2, white. This is something we have to kill immediately. This ain't great. Oh, okay. Here's the core. Nice. It's a red core, has 90 health and 10 damage. But we should be able to take it out in 4 hits, so we have more than 40 life, so we're good to go there. And get a cool 12 million. I'm sad, scan down 3 relic sites in null-sec, and there's a Stradios trying to chase me down, so I can't really pick him up. Dang. Womp womp. Yeah, Alt plus mouse scroll wheel. Yep. Is there a cap on your integrity, so you should always use spanner immediately? Yes, you should always use the spanner immediately. There is a visual cap, but there's not an actual cap on your life. Double spanner. These are a bunch of 5s, so nothing is going to be down here. It's probably up here. There we go. Another 14 million. Still no one in local. Wonderful, you'll love to see it. Oh, cool. 2 kernel rots. Those come in handy. Yeah, let's go ahead and kernel rot this guy. That'll bring it down to 30, so maybe not actually. If we kernel rot this guy, it'll bring it down to 45, which then we can kill in 2 hits. Oof. Oof. Four, 3, 2, 1. White node. This is 2, which means something's probably here. Another white node. This is 5, so it's probably up here. Is it easier to reduce this to 30, which then we have to take 40 damage, or we have to take 40 damage here as well? Yeah, let's do this. Alright, and we have more than 40 life, so we can kill this one. 17 million iskies. We can right click our target anchor, which is down here at the bottom, wherever your targets are, and then you can do unlock all targets. And then we can click this and click this. Do a pulse of our micro warp drive. And if you are having a more difficult time with hacking than I am, understand that it's a me problem, it's not a you problem. Just do your best. You're gonna fail some hacks. Sometimes they're impossible. I know far too much about hacking.
Hey bitch, you are forcing your
oh,
viewers to watch an ad right
ad
now,
time.
so pause your fucking game.
Damn. Oh, double damn. I say that and I am going to immediately, like, lose. Honestly, yep, I just lost. Okay, but that's okay. We have 2 chances. Sometimes it just happens. There's a spanner. Oof. We kind of want to get down here. We'd have to take 40 life. Alternatively, we'd have to take 40 life. So. Core might be there. Honestly, that's a good place for a core to be. We'd have to take 40 damage to get to it. I'm willing to risk that. A shield? Alright. There's the core. I need the cores somewhere nearby. Use a shield and kill it. Oh, that was the bad can anyways. Yeah, that's fine. Do a pulse on the micro warp drive. Use this rule of 6 area. Kill this immediately. There's the core. We have over 40 life. Loot another 5 million iskies. And now that we have fully cleared this site, it will pretty soon disappear off the probe scanner and it will respawn somewhere in the same region. And we can jump to the next place. And now we need to actually think about possibly extracting. We have 63 million ISK to our name, which is more than we've ever had on this account by a long shot. Like, I think in total up to this point, we've maybe made like 30 million ISK, right? Maybe 40. But 63 could fuel our shenanigans for a long while now. So if there's ever, like, anyone in system now, I'm a little bit more hesitant because I don't want to blow up. let's warp to a random planet, release our
Warp
probes,
drive active.
and start scanning these. But still no one in local, so we're pretty clear here. We're getting a little dot result, so we can go down by 2. We've landed somewhere, so we'll even do a pulse on the mic warp drive. Just double click in space. Any direction is fine. There's our relic site. Looks like we also have a stick result, so you can select what you want to scan, because this might turn into like a circle again, even though I know it won't actually. But yeah, we can go up here, and go up here. And going down 2 is actually fine, so we're the correct AU. Then I learned the visual cap isn't the real cap. You're welcome. Yep, you're welcome. That's not a relic site. And this site is, I think, up this way, if I remember correctly. Alright, not a relic site. Perfect. This one's going to be within 4 AU of a celestial. So kind of just position it between the celestial and the signature. Alright, got a circle, which means 2 probes hit. Which means it's going to be far out this way. Go down 1. And it's not a relic site. We can go to warp to the relic site that we did find, recover our active probes, to keep D-scan a little bit more clear. And hack whatever is going to be here. And this is a, as you can see, level 1 relic site. There are 4 levels of like your basic relic sites, and they do sort of correspond to how much loot you can expect to get in them. But it's not always, it's not a hard rule. It just, there are more of the better cans, so there's a more likelihood chance that you get a big payout. Alright, let's start scanning. Survey says less than 1 million. 0, literally 0 ISK. Less than 1 million. Less than 100,000. 11 million. Alright, cool. There's a good payout. Let's untarget one of these and target this one. And scan this last one. Less than 1 million. Alright. So we're just going to get this one. And like this is the difference between cherry picking and not cherry picking. We're not going to waste our time hacking all the other ones. But at the same point, it means that the site is not going to respawn. But we probably weren't going to run into it down the line anyways, so you know. It's up to the viewer to decide what is best for you in your situation. If we kill this, we take 40 life. If we kill this, we take... wait, 60 life. Oh, wow. Yeah, we definitely kill this then. Spanner. Another spanner. Shield. And core. Loot this, get almost 12 million ISK, and warp to the next system.
Warp drive active.
We can double check our route just to make sure average pilots are remaining the same in space. Looks like it's a whole bunch of empty. Nice. So as long as we're not ever like hit by another capsuleer or anything, we'll be able to use our filament. But if we are hit by like a player, we will get a combat timer, and then we'll have to wait like 15 minutes. But we're just gonna pretend like that's not gonna happen, because it probably won't.
Warp drive active.
Warp to a random planet, a random distance, and start scanning. Okay, I got an improved covert ops. Should I try it? Yeah, if you want. It is using cloaks is an omega skill. Whatever one of them was not a relic site. No one lives in Null, confirmed. I do believe we are more in the Chinese area of space. So it's very late in China right now. So that makes a little bit of sense. Do I have any buzzard fit sleeper cache ghost site? I generally do not recommend to do ghost sites in a ship that cannot tank the damage. I have an anathema that can tank the
active.
covert ghost site damage. Not on this account though. And as for sleeper cache, you can do technically the limited sleeper cache in any ship, doesn't matter what the fit is, as long as it has a data and relic analyzer. You could do the standard with some adjustment, some like certain modules. Yeah, you would need a fit for that actually. And then the superior covert site, you can at least do the free can and the turret room in any ship. And I wouldn't recommend doing the gas cloud or the mine room or the archive and not a ship that can handle it. We've already been into the system, we're just doubling back. I would say talk to Brother Grimoire, he's another streamer. Oh, actually, I don't know if he knows that much about the standard and the limited. I have YouTube videos, !YouTube. Go check them out. They were actually my first videos I ever made about all three of those sites. They will give you a great idea, and I think sort of the fit for some stuff. But it will give you a really good idea about actually how to do them. No one in local.
Warp drive active.
Angel says, I got one can in the ghost site and warped out. It was empty. Aw, no. So, I would always be careful doing ghost sites, because something will eventually go wrong. If you are not immediately ready to lose your ship, just maybe don't do it. Or have a ship that can actually tank the damage. Which is what I recommend.
Warp drive active.
See, top can usually is. Have to scan the others to see what loot before he goes boom on. Oh, yes. The top can in... Oh, wait. null-sec? Where's the top can at? The top can in low-sec always has the electro-neural signaler, and everywhere else it's always empty. Because they don't know fucking how to do anything. CC, please. I also have a YouTube video. I like saying this so much. I have a YouTube video about doing covert ghost sites. So go check it out. It's loads of good info for you.
Warp drive active.
I actually know that this is going to be a combat site. So, in everywhere except for drone lands, there are these smaller signatures, this 4AU sized signature, and those are always going to be combat sites.
Warp drive.
Technically in drone lands, they're also called combat sites, but they're covert ghost sites. Yeah, fun little fact there. The site had 3 databanks and 1 mainframe. I did a databank, or is the mainframe better? The oddly named can is always better in covert ghost sites. There are 3 cans that are like of the correct level, and then 1 that is of a higher level. Oh, there's someone in system here. There's 2 SIGs, but I don't wanna deal with someone in system.
Warp drive active.
That guy could be trying to murder me. And honestly, oh, we should have pinged. I really hope Bubble's not waiting for me. Alright, looks like we got away with it this time. So, if you are scared of a local, never warp gate to gate. They might have a bubbler trying to kill you. So you want to like warp to a celestial nearby, and then you can descan the gate. Kind of talked about that in our Pochven warping around. Yeah, just be careful. Alright. No one in local here.
Warp drive active.
Hey, thank you so much for the subscription. There should be fanfare. There should be things happening. I don't know why you're not getting the video, but thank you so much. Welcome to the club. I appreciate it. Alco says, in high sec, if I'm puttering around in my 2 million Heron, I always try and gamble on the ghost sites. I mean, yeah, if that's what you want. Especially if you can, like, drop your loot off already. If you could somehow secure your loot that you already have, then it makes just risking the ship fine.
Warp drive active.
But, like, I don't want to risk 72 million ISK going to a ghost site right now. So I just wouldn't. Local. Oh! Looks like someone raided into another person. Alright. Let's go to planet. This planet, sure.
Warp drive active.
Something like that. Hopefully we can get both of these. Even though probably won't. Maybe. Maybe we'll see. Oh, nice. We did. So this is a very difficult signature because it's only at 1.5% when we scanned it. But we hit it with 4 probes. So, like, this is either a level 4 or a level 5. 5 is a sleeper cache, superior sleeper cache. There we only hit it with 1 probe. Okay. This guy's being a little bit tricky. A little tricky. Looks like my chat also messed up. Technically, you could warp to any upwell structure in system and right-click on the deposit without docking. Yeah, you could do that, but then you would have to get it out of asset safety, and then you have to like retrieve it in low-sec. Kind of a headache, especially when we want money now. It's our money and we want it now. Ever warp to a ghost site just so you see someone else getting killed? Yes, actually I have. And I've killed people. I've seen people doing the site, and I'm like, well, time for us both to blow up. This is a level 5 data site, which means it's going to be a superior covert ghost site. Which I don't have a data site, so I can't even enter. And I don't have enough scan strength to even scan it fully down. You need 104, 105 scan strength to be able to fully scan a level 5 covert ghost site. Or not a covert, superior sleeper cache. Alright, good night, Angel. Have a great night. Sleep well. Great seeing you. Would a jet can secure the loot in a covert site? Not from other players, of course. Yes. If you ever know that you're going to explode in a covert ghost site, but have a little bit of time, just jet can all your shit, and you can come back and get it later. Which actually makes me wonder, it's really weird, but it seems like a bug that might be possible. If you eject from your ship, does the can explode? Does it count as... Wait, okay, so I guess there's an easy way to test this. Because if we eject from our ship when a can, like, normally would blow up, like a normal can, does it blow up? We're going to actually test that.
Warp drive active.
My theory is that, yes, it still would explode. But you never know. You never know. Oh, snap. How did it end on that rosy disaster yesterday? We lost 2 destroyers back-to-back, pretty much, in T1 Abyssals. But, you know, that's sometimes how EVE works. That's how it goes sometimes. We had enough money to cover our losses, so we weren't trapped. Yeah, so, and we moved on. We started to do some null-sec exploration today.
Active.
Just trying a different activity. You could also sell it in the structure if that happens to have a market. Yeah, sure. That's a whole other logistical nightmare. Because you'd have to dock somewhere that is in range of being able to sell it in that market. Time to make a frozen corpse next to a heron wreck? Yeah. Ooh, strong signature. Could it be a level 4 relic site? I mean, it could be. That'd be pretty juicy. No, you set up market orders remotely in space. Can you do it in space? I thought you had to be docked. I guess if you could do it in space, sure. That's something that I have never done. We're gonna do the 4AU right on the Celestial, which hopefully grabs both of these. Or, you know, hopefully it at least grabs one. That made me think. Can launch a secure container when you are about to blow up in PvP with all your loot and just pick it up later? Yes. Also, it looks like we got both of them. Hell yeah. But the enemy can also just explode your secure container. So it's like, how much of an asshole do you want to be, and what's the payoff? So we're going to actually scan this one first. We're going to go like back to back, because like I have it pre-aligned, so... I mean, I guess I didn't need to. Whatever. Alright, not a relic site anyways. We can go down 2 on this one. There's a skill to do it remotely. But like in space? In space? Speaking of random, the free expo ship crates from air. I peeked and saw an Imicus and said I wanted to give another tune. I traded and peeked, and it was a probe. Oh, interesting. They change. People can also either kill the can or steal the loot. Yeah, they would just blow up the can and get half the loot again. All right, let's go to this relic site.
Active.
I feel like you tried shooting them in the past without much luck. Maybe look into it, I guess. I've never been that much of a bitch. So it's up to you. If someone kills me, by golly, the loot's theirs. Let's see what we got in these candy cans. 8 million. All right, we take those. $26 million-isk. I like 26 million-isk. Do you guys like 26 million-isk? This is the part where we're definitely going to fail that can. Guaranteed. Spanners. Spanners for days. Oh, 5. Wow. Must be down here. We're going to kill this because I'm pretty sure the core is right here. 90, we need to hit it 4 times, but we have first strike, so we're good. Yep. We're good. That's the 8 million can. No one in local. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's scan this can real quick, see if it's worth anything. 4 million. Nice. It's going to be worth something. Use the spanner. I guess we'll power. We'll see what's up this way. Oh, nice. We got a shooty thingy. Yeah, let's go ahead and use the shooty thingy. Help us out a little bit there. Oh, come on. They're not making this one easy. They're not. It's gotta be. I guess gotta be is a strong word. Or are you yoking me? It's gotta be up here. Yeah. Oh, come on. Ooh, that's going to take 50 of our life. What if we go this way? Brother. Oh, wait. Oh, oof, oof. Oof. Alright, we got a spanner. We can kill this. Okay, and we have 48. I was never scared. Never, ever scared. Thank you so much for the raid. What a wonderful time for you guys to raid. Mr. Unlucky, hell yeah, welcome in with the 107. Hey, 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 hey. We are looting 27 million-isk out of this can. Right now, right here, live on stream. We are a brand new alpha account. Fresh skills. Hot off the press, and we are rolling in the money now. We have 111 million-isk. And now we're rolling in the bits. Hell yeah. Thanks, Arctic what'd you get up to, Mr. Unlucky? Welcome in. Thank you guys so much for your rating. If you guys don't know, my name is Nth-Dimensional. I do a lot of, we'll say, educational, helpful YouTube videos and streaming content. Right now, we are doing a full walkthrough guide tutorial of what you should do as a new player and everything you need to know. We're going into a lot of details with everything we're doing here. So we have done account creation, we've done tutorial, we've done all the career agent missions, we've done Sisters of Eve Epic Arc, we've done Pochven, Triglavian Standings acquisition, we've done a little bit of Abyssling, and now we are doing null-sec exploration. It's a big, long series. Check it out on the YouTube, !YouTube. And yeah, enjoy. Even old bros will learn some things. I guarantee it. I got the deets for you. What'd you get up to, Mr. Unlucky? What'd you get up to? You killed 7+ billion ISK of ships? That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Instincts. Also, what's up? Welcome in. Long time no see. Trying to catch up on chat a little bit. Oh, you got a battle report. Yeah, we'll check that battle report here in a sec. Let me loot this can, get a little bit safer. Max lost mail value? Yeah. So we did just loot our biggest can ever in that 20-some million. Want to kill these restoration nodes immediately. We're going to half this life, so then we can first strike it dead. That's another big one. We don't really want to deal with that right now. Something is definitely here, though, and it's next to a big thing, so it's probably the core. That's what I'm wagering. Another spanner. 2, yeah. We'd have to take a lot of damage to take that out, though. We'll hold off onto it for now. Try and get a little bit more help. Yeah, here we go. Shield. And there's the core. If you guys are new raiders, if you could please do me the pleasure of refreshing your page or double-clicking my name in the bottom left-hand corner. That will make you guys no longer raiders, and in fact, real boys who will help the analytics. And that's greatly helped. You're bullying brave? That's what's going on? So here, oh, let me get to a sort of safe area. We don't have a cloak or anything. We're just a little alpha character. So everywhere is a little bit scary. Oh yeah, you can also you can click the link again. Easy peasy. Alright, locals clear.
Warp drive active.
We got the battle report here. So if you guys are new to battle reports, it's a way for people to showcase how much they slam dunked the enemy. We got Team A, which is going to be 36 pilots from Pandemic Horde, 2 from Solaris and 1 from Decoy, against 54 pilots from Brave and Brave United. And this is what they field. And it's got your different types of ships. You got a big old Phoenix, which is a big dreadnought ship, one of the largest in the game. Looks like we got a good handful of Praxi and some Oracles, some battleships, some battle cruisers, lots of battle cruisers, some cruisers. So decently large stuff versus all this stuff, which is going to be a dreadnought, some big battleships.
Hey, bitch. You are
more
forcing your
battleships,
viewers to watch an ad
battleships.
right now.
Oh, looks like
so
it's an
pause
ad.
your fucking game.
And actually, I'm going to take this time for an ad, which it just randomly hit us with, but I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I will be right back.
Hey, you there. Thank you for the follow. Hey, you there. Thank you for the follow. Hey, you there. Thank you for the follow. Hey, you there. Thank you for the follow.
And I'm back. Sorry about that, ad. Where were we? Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Doltrev, Zendik, Mr. Arwin, and Arc Demon. Big hearts to you guys. So yeah, battle report. Kill board. Looks like a bunch of
Hey,
battleships
you there.
on this other
Thank
side.
you for the follow.
Kind of a mixed stuff. They got a lot of different stuff. Some cruisers, some interdictors. And here, up at the top, we can see how much ISK each team lost. Looks like this team lost 6 billion ISK worth of ships. But this team lost 7 billion. And if I know anything, it's that 6 is lower than 7. So that means Team A has lost less ISK. Both sides lost a lot of ISK, though. Let's be real here. They lost 65 ships versus 35 ships, but Team B's ships were way more valuable.
Thank you for subscribing, you absolute legend.
And so Team A has a little bit more efficiency, and they did a little bit more damage, but, you know. So honestly, this looks like just like a pretty good, pretty even fair fight. Team B, Brave, had a lot more pilots, and did end up like winning the fight because all of Team A is dead because all of those are red. But they also, Team A did more damage, so let the propaganda machines roll. Both teams won. Both teams are going to say that they won, and they're going to say that the other team sucks because that's how null-sec works, right? Let's go Team A. But we root for Team A because that's Mr. Unlucky's team. So nice. That actually seems like a pretty fun fight. No lie. Captain Green Jeans, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome to the sub club. All right. Where were we? We were scanning some stuff. There's nothing in this system. Let's go to the next system.
Warp drive active.
Also, Zyler, what's up? Welcome in. You're following? Zyler, you're just following now? What? Did you unfollow and refollow? Or are you going to blame Twitch? You can always blame Twitch. Don't worry. I do it all the time. Friggin' Twitch making you unfollow people. Next time I'll kill a dread. Man, if you guys killed that dread, that would have been like double the cost right there. Yeah, like that one ship, that dread, that Phoenix, is like also worth like 7 billion. One cosmic signature here.
Warp drive active.
No one in local. You'll love to see it. Hey, Space Abuse. You're following Zyler? Or Zyler's following you? Or Shad's following everyone? Who knows at this point? It's just a follow fest. If you guys have any questions about exploration, or just anything in general, really, feel free to ask. I would love to answer questions. Especially if they are relevant to something that could help, like a Newbro. Love them. Not a relic site. Moving on to the next place.
Warp drive active.
Arc Demon. Who's following you, Arc Demon? We do need to kind of think about extracting. Our money total is just going up and up and up. Like, to our name, our wallet has like 9 million ISK. We have over 10 times our like net worth in our ship right now. Think of what we could do with all this iskies. There are 2 people in this system. So we're going to go ahead and actually
Warp drive
go off of a
active.
ping. Even though this isn't D-scan, I guess we didn't really need to. But, you know, people can be tricksy. People can be tricksy. If we hold down right click here with our radial wheel, this will get us the most immediate
Warp drive
response.
active.
So as soon as it turns colored, it means you can do it, right? Whereas like nothing else in the game like differentiates between when you can and can't do it. Like it'll say you're still in warp, you're still in warp. But yeah, so it's also really helpful. When you hack cans, what is your keep it range distance? Depends on what my ship is. Right now our keep it range is 1,000 because we can't cloak. And 1,000 feels like far enough away that we can still like run away if need be.
Warp drive active.
And it was just default and we haven't changed it. If you would like to change it, that's actually a good thing to talk about. If you would like to change your default orbit, keep it range, warp to distance, you can. If you go to your selected items window, you can go to keep it range, right click it, and you can set default keep it range distance. You can set it whatever you want. So honestly, let's do 2,000. Because that keeps us close enough that we can loot the can, and we don't actually care about cloaking. So 2,000 is fine. But it depends on your ship. Some people like to use their cloak, and they'll like orbit the can, so you can't get insta popped by like Lokis. But that sometimes is prone to some flying around errors, and it also really fucks your align time. Some people like to just keep it range like a little over 22,000, but closer than 2,500, so that they can cloak. But then if people see that they cloaked, but they have no momentum, then it's pretty easy to like chase them down and decloak them. But because we are just an alpha, we don't have a cloak. We're just sitting still to keep our align time down. But also the range doesn't super matter as long as we don't bump into the structure, which I feel like 1,000 was probably fine, but we've changed it to 2,000 because 2,000 is slightly better, I guess. So again, this is a ring result, which means 2 of our probes hit it. I'll explain that a little bit more. I have a really good video all about... Actually, do I? Do I have a video explaining all the results? I might not. I think I do have a general like scanning pro tips video. I have a hacking one, you should really watch the hacking one. I go into a lot of really good detail, and I show examples, and there's lines, and like after you watch that, you really know what you're doing. Exclamation mark YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Art Gravy. What the fuck is up, Art Gravy? If you guys don't know, Art Gravy is a premier streamer. Super awesome, super wonderful. Let me give you a shout out. Go follow them. Go watch them whenever they're live. I guess it didn't work totally. Let me give you the actual shout out too. There you go. There's someone in this system. So we're just gonna turn around and get out of here. You need to watch the sleeper cache video again? Yeah, go for it. Do it. So the sleeper cache videos were my first 3 videos because I was like, these need to be better videos. I'm going to make them. And honestly, they kind of hold up. They have a lot of problems still. I'm a better video maker now at this point. But like the information is still good. I think it's presented well enough. And people really like them. They're like some of my most popular videos. Yeah. I'm really glad that I made them. Those were like some really good first videos to make for sure. Zendik, you've made some videos about how to make the cube formation. Do you find that you like use or like the cube formation. I played around with different formations for a while, but I eventually just settled on like actually just staying with the standard. There's another person in system here. No scans.
Warp drive active.
So we're being a little bit timid. Depending on like how much money you have in your wallet, how much money you have in your ship, like one person in local almost never is a problem, but sometimes they are a problem. Sometimes they can be camping your a site that you would go to, and they'll just blow you up, which ain't great. So because we have 10 times our net worth in our cargo hold right now, we're going to be a little bit timid for any and everyone that's in local. Three people in local here. Nothing on gate, though.
Warp drive active.
I guess technically only two, because we're the third. Opted for no staberinos. Yeah, we didn't go with a warp core stab because we're not a bitch. But also, we are cherry picking, so we don't want the hit to our scan targeting range. We want to have a nice big targeting range so that we can easily actually scan the cans.
Warp drive active.
If we ever get caught, we're pretty much fucked. That's just how we roll. We do have a neutralizer though. So in the event that something goes wrong, we can try and newt them out. Did I say that I'm a US or EU? So I live in US, Pacific Coast, but I have a very interesting schedule of life. So you will see me a lot on EU times or even AU times. Just kind of any and all times I might be around. But I am based in US. You can also call your ship stabbed. Works 30% of the time. Hell yeah. We, the fellow degens, call that flexible time zone. Yeah. I'm in a little bit of a flexible time zone.
Chat has completed the community goal.
Hey!
Thank them and add another secret word to the list.
Good job, chat. Also, let me talk to you about secret words.
Hey,
So,
you there.
we do
Thank you for the
giveaways a little bit differently here on this channel. There is a list of secret words, words of the day. And if you say one of these words, you win a scope syndication skin of your choosing of what I have available. Let's go with this one. So if you engage in chat and are a regular member of the community, you have a much higher chance of getting one of them wonderful rewards.
Hey, you there. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you guys for the follow as well. Zolkic and Nino Panda, big hearts to you. And let me also re-up the channel, the community reward. Because you guys can keep doing it. Add a secret. You know what I can do? I can probably automate this a little bit better. I'll need to think about doing that. Alright. Community challenge started! Looks like the other thing was not a relic site. So here we're going to use the 4AU trick. All cosmic signatures, quotations, all are within 4AU of a cosmic signature, or a celestial body, which is going to be these planets. So we can kind of reduce the range that we need to scan around in. It's a dot, which means 4 or more probes hit it, so we can go down by 2. Double click it to center on the cosmic signature, and then move our probes. Double click to move 90 degrees, and move our probes again. Hopefully you've never had anyone mine the list by spamming words all the time. No, and if they did, I would just not give it to them. I'll tell people that. You can like halfway game it if you're a little bit sly about it. That's totally fine with me.
Warp drive active.
But yeah. For the word, except China, except most Chinese players are playing on the global server. Oh, for the world, except China. Wait. Oh, okay. Sorry. You're asking a question. Are there EU and US servers, or are they all the same? So there is Tranquility, which is all everywhere. There is also, I think it's called Serenity, which is a specifically Chinese server. A number of the Chinese players play on Tranquility, but I think basically only Chinese players play on Serenity. And it's like halfway a different game. There's a lot of differences to it,
Warp drive
because
active.
Chinese laws are weird. Should I just concentrate on Explorer missions if that's what I plan on doing? Also, where should I make home? Welcome in, J. Petro. Great question. You should do the tutorial and then do all of the career agent missions, all like 5 sections of them. Industrialist, entrepreneur, enforcer, soldier, fortune, because they give you some good starting capital and they also teach you a little bit more about the game. So do all those, and then you should probably go to Jita. Make Jita 4.4 your home station, and from there, watch this video. It'll be down in the previous videos on Twitch. It'll also be on my YouTube a little bit later, like in a few weeks actually, because I'm like slowly releasing these on YouTube, but you can always just check the Twitch. And basically from this, you want to do some null-sec exploration. At the beginning of this video, I showed the fit that we made, why we made it. I talked about some cool stuff. This is the video that you want to think about. Oh wait, also, do the Sisters of Eve Epic Arc. Sorry, I forgot to say that. After your career agent missions, go to Jita, set your home base there, do the Sisters of Eve Epic Arc, and then after that, you want to be doing some null-sec exploration. And really, you also do want you do want to do the Pochven standings. All of these videos, watch my previous broadcast. They're basically all in a row. This is what I've been doing for a little while now. You want to get Pochven standings, and then you can do null-sec flow. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully you understood that as well. I will eventually, once kind of like this whole series is concluded, make a video. So we're gonna ping off this area just because this is a place that might have like a bubble or something. I will make a summary video of like do this, train this, and all that cool stuff. But that's for the future. What is my probe strength? 85, and 85 is the correct specific number. It allows you to scan level 4 signatures. Uh-oh, there's a Proteus. Proteus is definitely a ship that likes to hunt us, so we need to be careful with this guy. And another guy just went into local too. Things are getting a little bit spicy.
Hey, you there. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah, I have a video on YouTube about scan strength in you. I highly recommend watching it. The secret sauce, though, is that 85 will allow you to scan level 4 signatures at 0.25 AU, which is a very helpful breakpoint. Alright, no one in this system, but also no signatures. Moving right along.
Warp drive active.
Are they generalist English words, or can they be more exotic? So all of the words on the list are pretty much Eve related. So think about Eve words. I was going to use some examples, but I might say one of the words as an example, and I don't want to do that. Can you repeat what is needed for giveaway? Just type in chat. There's a list of words. At this point, I think it's about like 10 words. And if you say that word in chat, you will win a skin. And they're Eve-related words. 2 signatures here. Awesome. We can scan these.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, Jita. They teach you to Google a guide, which is a really good thing to learn. Yeah, very true. Specifically the exploration career mission. Yeah, it is kind of like true. It's really hard and weird to like in text teach someone how to scan correctly. They've struggled with it for years. Tier 1 of the career missions, or work through the higher levels? Do the whole series of the career agent mission. You'll get good experience, you'll learn some things about the game, you'll get good rewards. You'll end the whole career agent mission series with about like 15 million ISK, which will be able to fund a destroyer for doing the Sisters of Eve epic arc, which will then get you another about like 15 million ISK. And then you will hopefully return back to Jita with a fit destroyer and 15 million ISK to your name, but you can buy a heron, 2 herons, and start going out to the world. So not a total noob. I've been playing on and off for like 20 years, but never got super involved. Yeah, I was that way for a long time. And then I finally got involved, for better or worse. And I mean, I feel like that's how like a lot of people are. Which ship do you do the SOE epic arc in? I do it in an Algos, because I believe that drones are the best early weapon system to train and use. So this is what I recommend. It's an Algos. It's shield fit. Costs 10 million ISK. It's got just some nice buffer. It's got drone damage. You probably actually just want to use not the tier 2 because you need weapon upgrade 4. It depends if you're using your billion extra skill points immediately or not. I need to decide which one's going to be the better way to go about doing things. Watch the video. It's in the previous broadcast. Yeah. There's a big whole video about it. But the long story short of it is any destroyer will work. You just want to have over 100 DPS and some amount of tank, and you should be good to go. There is a community fitting for a, is it a Thrasher? The Tech 1 SOE Epic Arc Thrasher for Mimitar. This will totally work. We don't have the skills for just the guns because we're not a Mimitar player. But even without the skills, it does just 117 right off the bat. It's got a little bit of tank. It's got a medium shield extender and a hardener. Pretty much the same thing as our Algos, but a little bit different. You kind of get the idea, right? Hopefully.
Warp drive active.
Thank you for that follow. Crime Fighter. Big hearts to you. Fitting window guide when? Challenge under 20 minutes. I will eventually do a beginner fitting guide. Hopefully I can make it under 20 minutes because there's a lot of info that you really just need to stuff in there, and Jesus Christ. Am I planning on camping this year? Yes. Like IRL? Yes.
Warp drive
Except for, so my camping is LARPing. And I have one in 2 weeks. This is a small signature, so we actually know it's already a combat signature. So we don't actually really care about it. Oh, Jesus! 07, welcome back. Who is this vaguely familiar streamer? I don't know. Who's this vaguely familiar viewer?
Warp drive active.
So when are you going to explain to us with an example of what a bubble is? Jita, watch the video on YouTube. How many times do I have to tell this to you people? There's always a video on YouTube. It's always mine. That's the goal. I'm going to just eventually... My end-game goal is for people to ask me questions, and my only response is to be, I have a YouTube video about that. Go watch it. Don't worry. I'll show you an example of what a bubble is soon. Soon, hopefully. Maybe not. You used to do a lot of mining for your IS back in the day, but exploration null-sec is fun. Yeah. I really discourage mining for new players. I believe mining is pretty exclusively a end-game activity that you want to use multiple accounts for. Unless you just enjoy, have fun mining. Goal number one with playing EVE is to have fun playing a video game. If you can do that while mining, more power to you. If you care about making the iskies for your toonies, don't mind. Don't do it. It's a fucking scam? Is it even a scam? It's just awful. There's so many better ways to do it. If you really love mining and you also kind of like money, go gas huffing. It's basically the same, but way more money. Hey, a relic
bitch.
site.
You are forcing your viewers to watch an ad right now, so pause your fucking game.
Ad time, ad time. This is the time where I will
Active.
talk to the YouTube viewers, because my Twitch viewers can't really watch me right now. Unless they're subbed, in which case, thank you guys so much for subbing. How are you YouTube viewers doing? Like, comment, subscribe, if you're enjoying this video. I try my hardest to give you guys all the good info, all the good juicy stuff. I hope you appreciate me. But even if you don't, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I swear. Alright. Let's see if we got any goodies here. Scan in. 1.2 million? I guess. 5 million? Yeah, definitely. Less than a million? No. Less than a million? No. A million? I guess. I'm already getting, like, picky with my relics. Like, only a million? Come on. Less than a million? Nah. No way. No shot. Alright. Let's grab these 3 cans. Oof. That's rough. Let's go down this way. Oof. Could definitely be here. Let's go ahead and use our shield. Yeah, there it is. Alright, welcome back all of you ad watchers. Thank you so much for watching those ads. If you don't want to watch ads, consider subscribing. Or, better yet, getting Twitch Turbo. I really love Twitch Turbo. It's like, I think 12 bucks USD a month. Oh geez, this is gonna hurt a lot. It allows you to not watch ads, which is fantastic. And also, when you would have watched ads, you give the streamer more money than they normally would get from you watching an ad. So, I like it. Give Bezos all the cash money, but also get a better viewing experience for you, which is pretty nice. We're gonna use our spanners. You can use them immediately because you doesn't matter. Like we're visually capped here, but we can go higher. 80. Yeah, we'll just knock this down. Oh, come on. Is it really up here? I really hope not. 5? Well, sure is. Sure is right here. We need to... Jesus, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt too much. We're gonna need some help. That's not the help we want. Oh, well, we're fucked. Kaboom! That's our first failed hack. Congratulations, us. See, it explodes. That doesn't do any damage to us. Alright, we were going to see if we leave our ship, what happens. Could definitely be right here. Three. It could be right here. Yeah, it is. Alright, let's go... Yeah, let's just go to this one. So what we're going to see what happens is we fail the hack once, and then we try it again, and we leave our ship. What happens? So, hack it. Fail it. And I believe it will explode, but what if it doesn't? So we're hacking it, and then we're going to eject. Okay, it does explode. Cool. Kaboom! Alright. Back to chat. Have I tried the new consortium MTU? No, I have not. I don't think it's super exciting unless I misunderstand it correctly. Does it go faster? Or is it just longer range? I never understood the sensor booster. Does it give you better scan strength than the survey scanners? Yes, because survey scanners don't do that. So the sensor booster gives you... hold on. Sensor booster gives you the targeting stuff. So if we simulate, turn it off, or here. It's gonna be, if we look at it like this. Okay, so you see the green? It gives us further targeting range. It gives us better scan strength and more target acquisition. So we can lock one more target, we can scan things quicker, and we can scan things from further away. The survey scanner doesn't do that at all. Survey scanner scans like what is in stuff. So scans the composition of asteroids, ice, and gas clouds. So maybe you're thinking of something else? There's the sensor booster, which is... Oh, wait. No, what am I thinking of? There's a mid-slot one. I forget what the name of it is. And the difference there is that it's a mid-slot, and you can script it, whereas the other one is a low slot. So maybe you only have one of those slots available. How many tiers or level of the career quest are there? There's 10. 10 for each. Some of them are very quick, some of them are less quick, but yeah. Hey, another relic site. Hooray! I came to Eve, I hate quest, and sounded, looked, and tasted like a quest line. So I thought, fuck no. Do you forget ammo a lot? Better use drones. Yeah, also true. Or you could use lasers. Lasers technically sometimes go out, but boy howdy, not a lot.
Active.
Algo should be renamed to Uglios? Get out of here, Jita. What the fuck is wrong with you? I love how the Algos looks. Sisters of Eve Help player channel has a fit for T1 destroyer for each faction. That's also really cool. In 20 minutes, you could maybe explain one thing for fitting, like CPU or power grid. Yeah, we're just gonna have to gloss over a lot of stuff. Don't worry about it. I can do 20 minutes of what not to do with the fit. Yeah, also true. I was watching a new streamer as well, like a new Eve player, who was also streaming, and like he was doing some fitting stuff, and he almost put a hole repper on his mid slots, which, like, if you don't know what you're doing, sure, seems like a fine idea, right? But golly, that's a terrible idea. Also, all of these cans suck. Oh, 1.8 million. All right, all right. Yep, only one good can here. And even then, it's like, it ain't a great can. At least it was an easy hack.
Warp drive active.
Create all the shortcuts to all the associated YouTube videos. Yeah. Oh, you mean like, I should just be able to say, like, exclamation mark, scan vid, right? And it'll bring you to the scanning video. Exclamation mark, scan strength vid. Exclamation mark, superior cache. That's now you're thinking. And I could actually put it on my stream deck. I could just be like, oh, here you go, this video. That's not bad, not bad. Not a bad idea. Ooh, we got 5 SIGs and no one in this system? Yes,
Warp drive
please.
active.
You have 175 million SP and still can't mine. That's the spirit. I had more fun watching the fish in the aquarium than mining Veldsmar. Also true. Neon's been mining for 15 years and is still poor. Yep. So the goal in Eve is to have fun playing a video game. So play Elden Ring? Yeah. I already asked what ads? Did you not see ads? Why didn't you see ads, you lucky duck? That's what you're doing. Last time was null-sec gas mining. I thought it'd be fun to start a brand new tune. Yeah. Autocannons, artillery, blasters, railguns, pulse lasers, beam lasers, missiles, or torpedoes. Which do you prefer besides drones? Rapid light missiles. Or light missiles. Because you can use rapid light missile launchers, and you can use light missiles for frigates, cruisers, and destroyers. In fact, I will tell you what I recommend people do. So first, get your medium drones, and then get your rapid lights, and then you get your torps for battleships and bombers. You get your heavy drones for, like, Dami, Rattle, Nestor. And then you get your hams for more cruiser options, heavy assault missiles. So that gets you into a lot of really good, cool ships. It is a little bit more PvE focused. If you want to do more PvP focused stuff, I would instead recommend blasters. Probably medium hybrid blasters. Uh-oh. There's another scanner. Oof, there's another scanner in this system. Alright. I'm out of here. So we descan. We can see that there's more than 8 probes, which means this orchid lady is scanning. And we don't want to deal with her. How long have I been playing? Technically since 2009. On and off for a long time, for long periods of time. Mostly off. Actively playing, I've probably been about like 5 years? 6 years? Yeah, probably like 5.
Active.
$15 plates is max, right? Yes. 15 of whatever, like the T2 big ticket item. Well, actually, yeah. So all T2 items get between 0 and 15 in a ruins can. Right? Ruins can?
Warp drive active.
Move to a country where Twitch ads are not considered a good investment. Enjoy ad-free watching. Life in these places is not that great, though. Aww. Are Corvettes the clearly superior and reliable ship type? No, shuttles are. Except for the Leopard. Leopard's super unreliable. I'll forever be scarred. One of my Leopards got exploded. Smart bombed in warp. Because it's a Leopard and it has a very specific warp speed.
Warp drive active.
Is there any relic sites you can't scan down with a fresh account? Yes, superior covert ghost site or superior sleeper caches, and standard sleeper caches. Yeah, everything else you can scan down. Is your chat scrolled all the way? I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it, demon. I'm going one by one. Okay.
Warp drive active.
I don't want to miss what someone asked or thought about, okay? Oh fuck, there's a Saber here. Okay. You know what that means, boys? We out. The locals have officially shown their presence. We're hopping into Pochven. We're getting home. If you guys don't know anything about Pochven, watch our previous video where we went to go get Pochven's standings. We just used a filament to go inside, and now we're going to scan a wormhole to we can get out. Hopefully this is a out wormhole. If not, we'll take a gate. We are in, oh wait, we want to go Cosmic Signatures. Awesome, it is a wormhole. Because now we're looking for more than just relic sites. We're always on the move. Pochven's very scary. There are our potential enemies, Inyos and Punishers. Really, we might have wanted to... Alright, we're going to warp within 100. Because again, for the Pochven wormholes, 0 is actually like 80 kilometers away. So we need to warp on grid so that we can make a bookmark. And we can warp away and warp back to the bookmark at 0. And then we'll be good to go. And hopefully this is a high-sec hole too. There's 2 Inyos there. It's not a high-sec hole.
Warp drive
So
active.
we don't want to go into it. Let's see. From Como, Secant is the best option. We're descanning the Secanta gate.
Warp drive active.
There is nothing on it right now. Good, good, good. Can I smart bomb ships in warp? Yes, you can. You just have to be on the location where they will be on. I will tell you about that more when I am out of Pochven. Right now I'm in serious mode.
Warp drive active.
There's a Sigil. Sigil we don't really care about. Not really going to be that much of a danger to us. And now because we are friendly with Triggs, what normally would be a pretty scary place to land is now fine. These little guys, these little fellows, friends, this is why you want to get positive Triggs standings. Makes flying in Pochven so much nicer. Possible, really. But you wouldn't run a sleeper cache with that build, though, right? I would run a limited sleeper cache, and I would run a free can of the standard sleeper cache, and I would run the free can of the superior sleeper cache and the turret room of the superior sleeper cache. Because those you don't need to take any damage, you just have to hack stuff. Come on, high-sec hole. Get me out of this heck. This hellhole. We're going to hold down T, the T key for show info. Show info here says high security. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and save this location as a wormhole. Can expire in 2 days. We're going to warp away because there might be baddies. There might be cloaked baddies. There might be something bad going on here. So now seems like a good time to explain what a Saber and consequently a bubble is. Ah, no show and tell? Yeah, no, because we fucking filamented out of there. So a Saber is an interdictor. Interdictors make bubbles. Here's my YouTube link as I click the imaginary button where I show bubbles in you, a handy guide.
Warp drive active.
We pressed L to show our locations. This is our bookmark location. We just right click and warp 0 here. But bubbles will stop you in your warp. They will make you land where you don't want to land, and then they will kill you because you're not in a good position. You always want to be in a good position. All right. Enter a wormhole. That's called the Pochven Express. That's what we just took, the Pochven Express. And now we should be just a few jumps from Jita. 2 jumps away. So previously, we were, like, We were somewhere around here, right? We were like 20 jumps away, 22 jumps away, through very dangerous areas of space. But by going into slightly more / less dangerous area of space called Pochven, we were able to significantly cut our travel time down. Saber is a ship that lays an egg. That egg is a bubble. Bubble is bad news. Yeah. Always go to sun in Pochven. It's the safest place. Never go to sun. Never go to sun. I've learned that lesson. Never go to sun.
Warp drive active.
The NPCs are state, so it's Caldare. Oh yeah, I guess I could have looked at that too. I just showed info on the wormhole. What about interdiction nullifiers? I have a video about interdiction nullifiers. Yes, if we had an interdiction nullifier, if we're flying a ship that could use an interdiction nullifier and we used it, we wouldn't be that worried about bubbles. But we're not using a ship that can use an interdiction nullifier. So, it doesn't apply to us.
Warp drive active.
I remember the good old days when Nth pushed me on the swing in Pochven, and we skipped through the fields with our bubbles. Yeah, I myself have done a number of bad man activities in Pochven and wormhole. Really, I like bubbling. I like being a bad man. It's fun. I like killing people. What can I say? It's just a form of communication. That's all it is, Eve.
Docking permission requested.
Yeah, so pipe bombing or
Docking
using
request
smart
accepted.
bombs mid-warp is a thing. So the way the game works is, say you are on a grid, right? Wonderful, lovely grid, like the exit dock of Jita, right? So if you warp from the exit dock of Jita to a gate, let's call it, say, the perimeter gate, your ship goes into warp. And then every tick, the game calculates where you are. And it actually puts you there. You are on a grid during that second. Everything updates. But you still look like you're in the warp tunnel, right? And you kind of like remain on that grid for that tick. And so, if someone... Let's look at the leopard. How do I find leopard? Leopard. Okay. Yeah. If you are flying a leopard, which is a very specific ship, people use it to haul very expensive small items far away or securely. That's what they think. It's got just a 10 M3 cargo hold. It warps at 20 AU. It has a sub 2 second align, which is basically the gold standard. Some caveats may apply there. But basically, you can fly the ship. It doesn't have any module slots, so it is always going to be going at 20 AUs a second for its ship warp speed. So if I fly a leopard and I make bookmarks at every point along my path, then I know where other leopards, it doesn't have to be at every bookmark either, it can be just at one. I know where a leopard will be specifically on grid, and I don't need to be like at a gate. I don't need to be anywhere. I can be like halfway in between its warp tunnel if it's going from Jita to the perimeter gate. And I can set up a smart bomb bubble there, or a smart bomber there. You can do this in high sec. It happened to me. I was very sad. And you can just have your smart bombs going off constantly, even in high sec. You will get concorded when you blow something up, but what are you going to blow up? You're going to blow up a leopard with some expensive shit inside of it. And yeah, and that's how that happens. That's why I never fly leopards anymore, ever again. You say, when we lived in Pravi, our system had the cleanest gates since we gave them permanent bubble baths. Gross. You're not invulnerable in warp. You gain invuln after exiting warp. Yeah. So, yeah, that is also a good thing to know. And it's not invulnerability. It's targeting invulnerability. When you land, when you come out of warp for 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, it's something that's actually pretty long. You cannot be targeted. You can still be smart bombed. You can still be bomber bombed. You can still take damage. I think you can still be chain lightninged with the arc vortinos, but you can't be targeted. So use that in targeting vulnerability time to kind of let your game load, let you figure out the situation, and act accordingly. When you started playing Eve, leopards were like 70 mil. They're now like 370 mil. Yeah. High grade ascendancy implant with leopard or nothing. Yeah, that is one way that like you can change your AU speed, but then you're using implants and yeah. Watch out for those shaman. Yeah, chain lightning, chain lightning. I remember, man, I had a lot of fun playing a like a shaman in WoW back in the day. Also, you can't gain links during invulnerable. Really? Are
Hey,
you
bitch,
sure about that?
you are forcing your viewers
Aw.
to watch an ad right now, so
Ad
pause your
time.
fucking game.
Okay, so we have brought back a beautiful bounty of all of this relic loot. We could maybe make some stuff with it, but that's not what we're about. We're about selling shit. If we double click it, we can see industry. This is all the stuff that it makes. All of that's T2. So all the blue relic stuff is going to be like T2 relic loot. All the orange stuff is going to be T1 relic stuff. This only really matters if you're doing industry stuff. If we wanted to buy some of these blueprints, we could make some of this stuff. Be very careful when you do industry stuff. It's very easy and possible for you to make negative money doing it. I'm going to maybe try and have a intro beginner industry video thing at some point. It's a complex topic. It's really fun. I love industry. It's like what my main focus is right now in the game. It's nice and deep, but if you want to do some industry stuff, I'd probably recommend just starting with some like ammo. That's a good thing to do. And don't really worry about the relic stuff, because also then you would have to find specific relic stuff and all that. So we're just going to sell all this stuff. But we are going to... yeah, let's introduce filters. So, inventory filters. In your inventory, you have some filters. You can make them larger and smaller with this arrow. There is a filter called valuable items, which I guess is a default filter. Can anyone else check to see if there's a default filter, or if this is porting over from some of my shit for some reason? Oh, I guess it is default. But so we went to valuable items. We'll show you all of your items that have a value. If you right click and hit edit, that its estimated value is greater than 100,000 ISK per item. So that is very useful and helpful because you can sort by, if you right click just the empty space in your inventory, you can sort by estimated price reversed. This will show you your most expensive stack of items up front, which can be helpful. But we right now are trying to figure out what is going to be worth our time to actually set up a sell order for, because we're going to get a lot of money for it, versus what is kind of just like junk that we can just kind of like mass sell, right? So this just tells us like we have a lot of these 40 intact shield emitters, so they're a lot, right? we have 138 of these burn circuit logics, so like just because we have a lot of them, they're worth a lot, right? But instead, if we use valuable items, and let's go ahead and edit this. 100,000 ISK per item actually is not really that much. So let's do like 1,000,000. Maybe like 500,000. Because we're kind of starting out. Yeah. So if we save this, if we go, the per item value is worth over 500,000. You can save this. So now we kind of want to like, we can sell the stuff that is valuable, but we maybe only have a few of. And we can also sell the stacks that we have. We have a big stack of. So it's going to be worth our time to actually put in that sell order. You say industry is easy. I just email a dude a fit and a number, then a couple days later I get a contract. Easy. With a number of those ships that have that fit. Perfect. Oh no, I'm out of chi. Yeah, filters are super useful to use. You can make your own filters. They can be super complex. They can be super not complex. One that is very useful is if we have a box. We don't have any boxes right now, but a typical way that people organize their shit is with containers. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that actually. So we're going to regional market. We're going to buy some station containers. So this is a pretty typical way people organize stuff. They buy some station containers. These are really hard to move, so you'd have to buy them like in the station that you want to buy up. But let's go ahead and buy some of these. Let's buy like 3 of them for now, right? So, where are they? Okay. So if you double click these, we're going to double click all of them. So now in our item hanger, we have these 3 station containers. And they're basically a file folder sorting system. You can't put containers in containers, which is annoying. But filters are also helpful. But you can rename these. You can right-click them and rename. And we're going to call this one like mods for our modules. We're going to call this one, I don't know, stuff 1. I don't actually know what I'm putting in these. You can rename them as much as you want. But then, like, if we can do our filter of our ship mods, we can just put all of our mods in our mods container, and then we can take this filter off, and then like, it just helps things here. Stuff 1 is gonna be like abyssal junk, and then like we can put, or one of them can be like blueprints, like blueprints and clothes. I don't know. Sure, we're gonna put blueprints and clothes in here. Ammo can stay here. Abyssal junk can go in abyssal junk. All this is kind of junk. We can put like ammo if we wanted, drones if we wanted. We're gonna sell all this stuff. Just it helps you organize. But the thing is, what I'm trying to get here is that you will eventually have a bunch of like containers and bullshit just kind of filling up the top of your area, which is a little bit annoying. So you can create a filter. Create filter. The option is celestial group is celestial. Why is it celestial? I don't know. And we are going to go is not. And then you can select one for each container. Like you can do a bunch of these things, or you can just say all. I don't think you really need to ever see any celestial. Yeah, I think the only thing useful here is the containers. And you can give it a name. And you can say no containers. Save it. And we can just check mark no containers. And that gets rid of our containers. Makes things look a little bit nicer. Need to take drugs. Drug filter check. Yep. Yeah, you can filter for lots of stuff. Want to loot the expensive faction death space from a wreck filter? Oh, yeah. Also, super good. You can use these filters on, like, loot, like player wrecks. So if you want to just, like, only look at the stuff that you might want to take and not the heavy stuff that's worthless, you can do that. Inventory filters are possibly the most underutilized system in the game by the player base. It's possible. Even I underutilize them. But they're really powerful. Also, what's up, Millet? Welcome in. Good to see you. So let's go ahead and sell our stuff. We're going to sort by estimated price, reversed. So we're going to put buy order or sell orders up for these because we don't immediately need the cash, right? So we'd rather get more cash later, at least for the expensive stuff, because it does take time and energy and effort to put these up. So show market details. This will show our market details. Then we right click and sell this item. We're going to put it for 3 months, always 3 months or immediate. All of these other ones don't matter. It doesn't take any more extra money. Just do 3 months or immediate. We can go price history if we want. Market data shows all the current buy and sell orders. Price history shows all of the historic price history. You can scroll this to different days. So this is March, April. You can go all the way back for a year. May, June, July, August, all that. Looks like for some reason, these were selling, they were kind of increasing. And then they really increased, probably some null-sec war. It generally always is a null-sec war. And then now they are on the decline. So we pretty much, the quicker we sell these, the better for us pretty much. So we can hover over this. See, this is like 1.8, 1.19. Yeah, so it's kind of like 1.19 is fine, 1.2. 1.2, almost 1.3 is pretty good. So if we could sell it for this higher sell price, we would be certainly happy with that. So we're going to go ahead and put it in our sell price. I just like to do like the lowest. You can get a lot more complex with this. Go check out Oz Eve, a super great resource for wonderful station trading and all that analytics. If you want to be a super awesome good station trader, make all the money, it is the best way to make money in the game. Then you could do that. It does require more capital, makes more money, obviously, but you know, you can start small. He has a whole series about like 0 to Plex with just station trading. Yeah. So 1, 2, 7, 6. These go out to 4 significant figures, so you can't like 1 ISK someone. You can't go like 1 less ISK than this. This has 1, 2, 7, 8. Those are going to be the 4 most important ones. So we need to go at least 1, 2, 7, 7 for it to be actually different. And we just went 1, 2, 7, 6 because I don't know, 6 is better than 7. I don't know. Sure, why not? And then make sure you add the extra zeros. So there is broker fee, because setting up orders takes money. There's also sales tax. You can reduce this with skills as well as reputation. We did the SOE Epic Arc to increase our reputation, which lowers the broker fee. And sales tax, if we go to our skills, and we go to trade, if we go broker relations, this will reduce 0.3 from setting up a order. So, honestly, that's probably a good thing to get. So we're going to go ahead and put that in the skill training queue. And because I'm immediately selling stuff, we're going to apply some skill points. It's only 500 skill points, and it will probably save us a little bit of money.
Training completed.
We don't really care. Again, be very careful when you apply skill points like this. It's not something that I recommend. I'm doing it because I know what I'm doing. Generally, you only want to apply when you have an actual plan or need to use them for something. Also, we're like halfway deciding, again, I know I keep saying it, whether you should immediately use your 1 million skill points or if you should save them. I feel like maybe you should use them immediately because it's coming a lot of handy. And it really like kickstarts us. 1 million like is a lot. It's like double like what we have right now because this includes our unallocated. And like we've been this alpha care out for maybe like 3 weeks. Wait, do alphas get 1 million skill points now? Dearth! Yes! Exclamation mark recruit if you haven't done it. So by using the recruit a friend link, you get 1 million free skill points. I get a little bit of a kickback, but mostly you get 1 million free skill points. And you can do it even if you are not a new account. As long as you've never done it before, you can do it. Yeah, do it. Do it. Alphas get it. Omegas get it. Everyone gets it. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's apply skill points there
Skill
too.
training completed.
So this was 1.5 and 4. If we redo it now. Yeah, 1.2 and 4. So that's saving us like 300,000 ISK on this one thing. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, rinse and repeat. Uh, 4.79. Seven, 800. We'll do a sell order for this. This is starting to get like in the cheaper shit. 28 for 30. So yeah, this is only up to like 3 million now, 4 million. So it's maybe not worth our time, especially because like the price already for the buyers is good. Especially because we don't have good skills to really reduce those fees. When you buy immediately, like you don't get those fees as much.
Hey, you
Sort of.
there. Thank you for the follow.
So now let's filter for valuable items. Looks like we don't have any valuable items. So now we can just kind of mass sell stuff. So let's go ahead and sort by type again. We want to sell all of our relic loot. We can just sell this. We can sell immediately. So yeah, we still get the sales tax, but we don't get the broker's fee when we do immediate sell. Let this populate, see if we're getting really screwed out of anything. Minus 10%, that's fine. Minus 73%, but these are so low that it doesn't matter. I mean, you could like, yeah, fuck this guy for like really ruining the price on us, so we're gonna just say no. Oh, looks like someone also bought our shit. We're up to 40. So if you go to your wallet and you go to market transactions, you can see, oh, looks like 8 of our enhanced word consoles were bought by Aaron Hawkeye. So you can go to client, show info. Looks like someone from No Vacancies bought our shit. So now we're gathering information. Ha ha ha. What does this guy want to do with with the stuff that he's bought? He's just gonna do some industry in his wormhole. No Vacancies is a wormhole group. Yeah. he's just gonna do some stuff. Don't worry too much about it. But if you were, for example, selling, like if you were doing industry and you were like selling a finished product and someone bought a lot of your finished product, you might want to reach out to them and be like, hey, I can make a lot of this product and I can sell directly to you and we can both make a little bit more money by doing that. So that's a reason you might want to do that. Oh, what did I do here? Oh, fuck. I accidentally scrolled and ruined everything. We're just gonna remove that item. Alright, sell all that. We can sell this. And we can view market details for this one. Sell this. 3 months for 1644. Just cause fuck this guy. He doesn't deserve it. We could sell this and our metal scraps and our carbon. Gas passkey is useless. We can just trash it, honestly. Civilian Scourge light missiles is useless. We can trash that too. Let's just sell this. Can we even sell these? No, just trash. Oh, I guess we could reprocess. Sure. Oh, doesn't even reprocess into anything. Yeah, so just trash. Clear up our inventory. So now we just got drones and ammunition basically in our inventory. And containers, which we got rid of. Cool. We got mods in our mods container. We got blueprints and clothes. And we got abyssal junk. Gallifrey friend, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in. Skill training completed. That is a really good sound. Yeah, using the note tab on the profile window helps keep track of reoccurring clients. Yeah. Using, wait, the note tab on the profile window. Oh, yeah. So if we were to really utilize that a lot, we'd be like, oh, this guy really likes our stuff. Wait, we go to right click, client, show info. If he keeps buying our stuff, he has a notes tab, and you can be like, this guy likes to buy T2 grease salvage. And if he keeps doing that and you keep checking your notes, then you can be like, oh, we're gonna reach out to this guy. Or we're gonna be like, what's this guy doing? How can we ruin his day? How can we steal all of his stuff? How can we scam him? All that and more. Actually, I'm going to... I don't think anyone can see this in, a auth check, but we're going to get rid of it anyways. How can we gank him and wreck his supply so he buys even more? That's right. And he doesn't even know it's us, right? How do we sell him the same shit over and over again? But yeah, now we just wait for the money to roll in. Game's pretty active right now, so money's rolling in pretty quick. We're selling items that have a high turnover rate. Yeah. We got 60 million ISK. Hell yeah. That is null-sec exploration. Let me see. Let me see if what am I thinking? What am I thinking about doing? I've been going for 3 hours, 45 minutes. But we have a lot of viewers, so I don't exactly want to quit. I'm going to run a little ad. I'm going to refill my tea, talk to my partners, see what dinner plans and stuff are, and we'll see what our future plans are. So I will see you in 3 minutes.
Hey bitch, you are forcing your viewers to watch an ad right now, so pause your fucking game.
Hey, you there. Thank you for the follow. Hey, you there. Thank you for the follow.
All right, I am back, but probably just temporarily. Thank you so much for that follow, Major Monstro and Andy Karkokuraku. Most important thing to know in Eve is that everything said in Jita local is absolutely true, trustworthy, in no way, shape, form harmful. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. What's for supper? Probably whatever I make. So, I had a plan. I had a dream. I dreamed a dream that my partner would get home and make dinner because it's their night to make dinner. And that it was probably around this time going to be ready. That's not what has happened. They're helping their sibling with some stuff, so they did not make dinner. So I'm gonna have to figure out what it for supper is. Which I mean isn't that big of a problem. It's just I do need to eat, and I do have plans for the evening. So I'm just checking on a few things. If anyone has any questions, ask them. I can still answer. Sounds like takeout. It might be. I don't really like takeout too much though. In the meantime, we can just chill, enjoy. Are the secret words Eve related? Yes. Almost all of them to almost all of them. I'm kind of surprised people haven't like gotten some of them. Okay.
Hey, you there. Thank you for the
Hey.
follow.
Thank you for that follow. Welcome to the club. Ooh. Yeah, okay, cool. Hashtag Victoria's Secret. What's up, Shad? You need a little Victoria's Secret? Oh! Ubiquitous! The fuck is up, my dude? What's up, Bob? How's it going? You caught me at pretty much the end. Fancy seeing you around here. Why were you not already following me? I don't know. Why weren't you following me? I blame Twitch. You can always blame Twitch too. Tilda says, listen, so I left here to go play Eve, and I used Noise 5, and that shit sent me to a system. Yeah, exact. All right. Sent me to a system in the region with the highest jumps, and it had like 100%. Yeah, exactly. So I was 100% correct. Like, for the most part, the community's thoughts on them works out, but not always, which to me means that we don't exactly know how they work yet. You just had to rush back to Twitch to tell you, thank you for telling me. Thank you for validating me. Yeah, so this was this stream. Thank you guys so much for coming. Let's find someone to raid. We will probably stream again Monday. So I like to stream 2 days a week for about 4 hours. And I think it's gonna be something like Monday, Wednesday, or Sunday, Wednesday. I'm starting to get in a groove. I want to have, obviously I want to have like set times because that's the correct way to do things. And so we have a YouTube video every week, releases on Tuesday. We might change that to like Friday though. Because then I could have like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of thing going on. We'll see. Because right now it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is where the content happens. That's a lot of content. And then not. And then, yeah. But yeah. So I guess keep on the lookout for me. Sunday, Monday, one of those days. And we should have a Secrets of Eve video next Tuesday. I'm having another person edit the video, so we're going to actually see how that's going to go. I'm pretty excited for that, because if I could offload that editing work, then I can offload more editing work, and then I can focus, just because so much time. I'm always so busy.
Thank you for the follow.
Casual Condiments, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in. Yeah. We could make more content. More content. You guys like content, right? That's what I hear. Looks like pretty much the only... Oh, I guess, never mind. There's a few actual Eve streamers. We're going to go to Zyth, though. I like watching Zyth. He's a little excitable, but still fun. A little bit different than what we got going on here.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Shad, why aren't you streaming? Shad, stream right now. I'll raid you. He is? Uh-oh. Oh, he is. I guess it just wasn't follow. You just weren't important enough. Oh, he's been streaming for 3 minutes. Hell yeah. Alright. Alright, Shad. You win this time. There we go. Everybody watch Shad. Make sure you refresh your page. Click his name twice. Don't be a raider. Be a real viewer. Oh, hey, Mr. Unlucky. Also, bye, Mr. Unlucky. Have a great day.